Public. Save. I think we should be live. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hola.
Hi.
What's going on? I'm
Yeah,
obsessed with streaming. Haha. See what I did there? It's
yeah. Obsessed.
pretty funny guy. Uh, yeah. Hi. No, those intros
Uh,
are just getting better and better. I think we're just outdoing ourselves every single
yeah,
time.
we really just nailed it this time. It
Mm-hmm,
was
mm-hmm.
10 much like that James Bond game. That's definitely game of the year.
Oh, it's the best of the best. I forgot to turn off that auto translate again, so I have weird symbols sometimes. Like when someone writes hello without an H, it does like a weird thing, and then it says it, for example. And I was like, I don't know why you do that. I just probably just make a little note here on a little notepad, and it's like, hey, you should do the thing. Noti gang, hello, hello, hello. Yeah, let's give people time to arrive on this fine Sunday.
It's an okay day, I suppose.
Wait, did I make a f- a flame in the title? Hang on. Maybe
It's been a
did.
while since it made me actually uncomfortable. I don't think
Uh,
so. That looks fine to me.
oh, it says Obeschen. There's an S
Oh,
missing.
I was looking at all the other words.
Thank
I
you,
figured the
chatter.
title.
Appreciate that.
I just thought the title of the movie was the thing that you'd be least likely to get incorrect. So I was reading your blurb.
Well,
But
you
Obession was quite the horror movie.
Obeschen. uh, yeah, you all thought we were gonna talk about obsession, huh? Idiots. We're
Yeah,
talking about Obeschen.
Obession, dude. Like, what's the studio that does all those kind of knockoff movies?
I have no idea.
No, I can kind of forget it. I think someone's probably going to say the title, the name of it, but like it'd be the kind of thing that they have. It's like Snakes on a Plane comes out, and then like the next day they've got a movie called Snakes on a Train that they shot in like.
Turn off auto translate. Let's see if I even remember that. Even with the note.
What is auto translate doing? Is it translating the chat into German?
I mean, no, I don't even know what exactly it does. It just tries things. Sometimes it just puts a random symbol in front of it, and then the message behind it. But then sometimes it makes out of hello, for example, it and a symbol in front of it, and I don't know why it is. It's
Jojo.
really confusing.
Jojo was not happy about that.
And you have to do it before you start the stream. And I forgot every time so far because I'm very smart. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
boy.
You are one, high IQ, German engineering. Also, yes, dog.
Dog. Doggo.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm tired because I was e-fapping last night until like 4 in the morning, as you do.
Bonding with the EFAP boys.
I was bonding with the e-fap boys. I mean, I have to get my hours in at some point. I haven't been on that much, so now I've been on like 3 times in a row or something. So yeah, good times, good times.
There you go. Well, at least we beat them to covering Bond.
We
We,
did,
we
and
were,
our coverage was almost as long as well.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to have a gaming episode when the game has a lot of story in it that doesn't end up going very long because you got to cover the story, which generally longer than a movie story. So we're
Hmm.
essentially covering a long movie in addition to having to talk about things like game mechanics and odd design choices, which there
Hmm.
was a fair amount of them to talk about in the Bond James Bond Call of Bondulance game.
Bondulans for Daredevil, The Boys, and Bond. Oh wait, that's like 4 times then. Yeah, that's true. I daredeviled too close to the sun. Uh,
Yeah, I've still not brought myself to watch Daredevil Born Again season 2 because I feel like it's just going to make me upset.
I mean, I watched the last 2 episodes. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Luckily, Bond has almost no gameplay, so that made it easy. Well, yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing, though. It's like you got to kind of talk about the lack of gameplay and how some people have been tricked into thinking that that game is deep and gives you tons of options.
Mm-hmm. I
You have
just
to
said
go
it.
through it and be like, oh, they don't. You can't. You have
Yeah,
nothing.
I just said it offline before we went live. But I went through the chess tournament level again, and I looked at. I think I've looked in every room that's available. I mean, I've spent like 2 hours in that level, so I went around quite a bit, and what I've noticed is there's not a lot to find. And my favorite part is when you have the option between eavesdropping to get sent to the reception to eavesdrop some more. So that was really
And
cool, really
you can
exciting.
unlock one of two doors that bring you to the same item, and then
Yeah.
that's the end. That's your flexibility.
Or when you go to the entrance, the staff only entrance or press only entrance, uh, you can climb left or you can climb from the right into the same window, or in a little other window that's just 2 windows further ahead. It's very awesome. It's very fun. It's funny because in Absolution, there's like the levels aren't even that much bigger, or might even be smaller. But if you chose the one path, you have like a completely different experience than from the other one. It's like go through the basement or go to the right and go through somewhere else. It's just really fucking lame. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to go through all the levels again because it's really really boring. That's the big problem. It's
There's
really boring.
there's a there's a level in World of Assassination in which you can optionally, you don't have to do any of this, fix a cocaine processing machine and then push one of your targets into the machine as he's like inspecting it. Be like, finally, my machine is working again. Then you just shove them. Everyone's like, oh my God, this thing's so dangerous. It's like, oh yeah, God, how'd that happen? And you walk out.
Hmm.
It's good stuff. Hitman, World of Assassination. I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll play it this week. Well, or next week,
Is it
whatever you like to call it.
I guess the Nintendo thing happened after it. What did you think of Unreal 5 engine Zelda?
I audibly said "ew" when they showed him lying there. That was my reaction. It was like "ew, I don't like that. Get it off my screen." And that's all I've seen from that Nintendo thing because I don't really care.
The first thing I thought was Focus L.
Focus L.
It just it looks so much like the if modern game developers made Super Mario, but it's Zelda. And yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people have strong feelings about Ocarina of Time, so I wonder if it's going to be the kind of thing that it changes a whole bunch of stuff and pisses off Ocarina of Time fans, or
Mm-hmm.
it changes a whole bunch of stuff, ends up being bad, and then Nintendo fans just say it's a brilliant masterpiece anyways, because Nintendo fans are unpredictable that way. I almost can't see them actually getting upset about anything.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah. Mm. I know. I just looked at it and was like, this just looks wrong. I don't like this at all. This hyper
yeah.
realistic Unreal Engine 5 links, like I don't. Mm.
Yeah,
No
we
thanks.
don't to clarify, we don't know that it's actually Unreal Engine 5. It's
Yeah,
just
it's just
it's
the
like
vibe.
a hyper lighting, like lots of contrast shadows and not it doesn't really seem like a Zelda game as far as its lighting and art design go, but
Yeah.
they haven't really shown that much other than just Link lying down and having the
It
Triforce.
releases this year. How the fuck did you show any gameplay? I don't even
Same with
understand.
same with the Bloodborne-ish one, Duskbloods,
Who
that's like
fucking
releasing
cares?
this year. Well, but then the thing is, though, it's like at that show, they're like network test coming this summer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they showed less than they showed in like the initial announcement trailer. So it's like, wait, why are you guys not just like showing these games that are coming out this year? Just like why the little teasers that show nothing?
Yeah,
And I guess the one thing that they got money out of me for this Nintendo Direct was the Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade Chronicles because I've been wanting that game to not run like crap forever. Cost 15 Canadian dollars to upgrade my copy of the game. Started playing it, was like, oh sweet, finally 60 FPS Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm happy to report that I get to now wait until the Nintendo Switch 3 comes out to play Xenoblade Chronicles at 60 FPS because that runs at 60 FPS the way like original Breath of the Wild or Bloodborne runs at 30. It's like kind of,
Hmm.
but also most of the time not. And I'm just like, man, you charged money for that upgrade, and it's like terrible frame
Man.
pacing. It kind of looks like shit.
So that Duskblood game, that's gonna be another multiplayer from set
Yeah,
thingy, right?
yeah.
I really
Uh,
like. I already don't like the direction, but now they're focusing on multiplayer stuff. It's like, man, I don't know.
Focusing on multiplayer and exclusive to the platform that has the absolute worst network service.
Yeah.
And it's network service you do have to pay for, which means even if Duskbloods ends up looking good, which considering I didn't even play Elden Ring Night Rain, I don't think I'm gonna be sold on
Me neither.
Duskbloods.
No.
I would then have to sign up to Nintendo Online to play it, and I don't want to.
Nope.
It's like, oh,
Me
but you can play all those
neither.
classic Nintendo games. It's like, yeah, yeah, but I can emulate them and they're better. So
Yeah.
why would I do that?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's all lame. It's pretty lame. I don't know.
Yeah, as
Uh.
long as for the Echo, I had like I tried to stream this past week. I played a bit of Stellar Blade and streamed a
Nice.
bit and talked about like the Stellar Blade Blood Rain
Silly.
stuff. And yeah, for some reason at random, an old audio source for like an audio interface that I don't even own anymore, like I sold it a long time ago, kicked on and decided to clone my current mic,
Oh.
and I couldn't figure out how it was happening. And also, when I like muted my mic to like go to the washroom, I noticed that it was like still on because I
Hmm.
muted the one that was the proper source, but not the other one. But yeah, I don't know. Still, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna start like streaming and stuff again. I've just been kind of fiddling around with it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't decided quite yet. But
I mean,
it was fun.
there was a Windows update, so I just would blame that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, and it's probably me. Like I from the place where I do Forge, the room that I have set up, I've not streamed a game prior to like I think it was what Monday, something like that. But yeah, so that was the first time I tried it, and yeah, there were some technical difficulties, but overall, it was still a pretty good time.
Good, good, good. Uh, gonna do Backrooms next week. I don't know. I still need to watch it. Didn't quite have the time to watch both of them. Uh,
Isn't next week episode 200?
no, that should have been 200 before I realized I just miscounted by 2 episodes for some reason.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're at 197 now. I just noticed. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
this is like in 3 weeks or something. There's multiple options for next week. We could do Backrooms. I also saw that there's one screening on Thursday for The Furious in my cinema, but that's not original uh sound. So I'm kind of waiting on what the listings are going to be because I do want to watch The Furious.
Yeah, I'd be up for seeing the Furious. I think
Yeah,
that sounds like a good one.
but I'm also kind of busy on the weekend, so if that's the only one available, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it. I'm not sure. We'll decide. But I think Backrooms is gonna be a safe bet to just do next week if that wouldn't turn
Yeah,
out. I think so. Yeah, we should be good. And I think the week after it would be Toy Story 5. That's probably gonna suck ass. Uh,
I haven't even seen Toy Story 4.
oh, it's really bad. I watched it with the EFAB lads. Uh,
And people in the chat are saying apparently Supergirl's in 2 weeks also.
Yeah, it's back to back with Toy Story. I was flashbanged by that yesterday when they mentioned it on the IFA. I was like, "Wait, that's also coming out." So yeah, I guess we can decide if we want to do Supergirl or the Toy Story 5. Pest or cholera can
Well, I guess Supergirl, I'd have to watch fewer movies to prepare for it because I saw the Superman movie, and technically that's the only one in that universe. But
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like either way, it's probably not going to be fantastic. But I mean, I don't know.
It says
Pixar
here
might
that
surprise.
Toy Story 5 is also only 102 minutes long, so that's not very long. So that's
Just being shorter. Yeah.
that gives it a couple of points already.
Well, I
Um,
mean, maybe. Well, I actually don't think I can make a poll in the chat, but yeah, maybe we can make a poll and run it till the end of the episode, and then figure out what they want us to do.
no,
But I think
I'll
my
decide.
vote.
I want to decide myself. They're just gonna make us feel pain. They're gonna make it that somehow there's a third option all of a sudden, and we need to do both or something. I don't know. No, not mixtape.
No, like I
Dunkhead.
said, I'm not playing mixtape unless I get the $500 that Metal was getting.
Oh god.
But
Mm.
yeah, Furious, I'd be up for doing though. That
Oh,
that
for
movie was
sure. I think
quite
it's
good.
already out in Americas. I saw some people on Twitter already
Yeah,
saying
it
that it's really good.
came out
Uh,
on Friday.
so that would be nice. I was confused watching Obsession. Everyone told me the woman goes nuts, but she seemed pretty normal to me. False advertising.
I mean,
What do you mean? She's just behaving like a woman.
what? The girl never duct taped you into your apartment? It's like
Happens to me all the
first time.
time. That's why I stopped having duct tape at home. It's like I want to leave. I'm sure we can find a horrible video game for you to play if you need us to. I've already seen multiple people like, "Battle, what's the next thing we should give you money for to play?" It's like I want to play good stuff too, though. Leave me alone. But I'm
Oh yeah,
sure there
just keep
will be something
Hitman
coming
games.
around. I think I've seen like the oh, what's that weird fucking game called? It's also just narrative driven. It's just there's multiple games of it. I forgot the name, whatever. But I saw there was another game
I
that
know you're not talking about Until Dawn because you know Until Dawn
no we
and
did that. Maul and I did that when I was over. Uh, no, it's with like the weird time thing where you can turn back time or something. It's really cringe.
oh, Life is Strange.
Yes, I've seen people talking about that, and I should play that. So I don't know.
I love VR's video on Life is Strange. It's so funny.
I know. I guess depending on how expensive the all the Steam machine stuff is gonna be, maybe I'll need a new incentive.
So yeah, hear that it's like next week that the announcements are going to be happening about that,
Yeah,
but we'll see if that turns out to be true or not.
yeah. But yeah, like when Internet Story covers Life is Strange. I think I watched those. It's pretty fun. Oh
Mhm.
boy. But yeah, plenty of things. The pain never ends. Bond is still not over for me. I'm making a video on that, as I've already said. But yeah, it's just I don't even know what to do all these things. In the next like 6 weeks, I have like things on the weekend that I agreed to ages ago, and they're all in a row. So yeah, I'm a busy boy. I'm a busy boy.
And nobody's mentioning that Star Wars game. I mean, the XCOM one or the Pod Racer one.
I don't know.
I think like I mean, yeah, neither of them I'm super pumped to play because like as far as like XCOM likes like turn-based strategy games, there's so many of those, and I think at this point, honestly, something being set in the Star Wars universe makes me less
Yeah, yeah.
less want to play it less,
Zero
or like less
Company.
likely
Oh, okay.
to want to actually play it. Yeah, Zero Company is the
What's that?
XCOM one.
That's
I think it's a bunch of
August.
the
Wait.
XCOM devs that like are making a XCOM Star Wars
Yeah.
com.
I mean that game is in August, end of August, so that's gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
a
that's
little bit.
pretty far away.
I still need to
This
play the fucking Onimusha demo. Like started it yesterday, but then the EFAP started, so I couldn't actually do anything properly in that.
I like Onimusha's demo. I've heard a lot of people complaining that it was too easy. I didn't. I played it on the highest difficulty they let me, and I didn't have
Mm,
tons of trouble with it. But I also sort of figured like, yeah, this is like the beginning of the game, so it's probably not going to be the hardest it'll get. But I guess we'll see how that ends up going.
yeah.
As far as like other games coming out prior to end of September, I mean, I don't know. I guess like the Halo campaign Evolve's coming out, but I really don't have any interest in that. Uh, I don't know if you
Yeah.
do. It just does not look good to me, and I've played Halo 1 probably but honestly, bro, like, if we're colluding every time I've played it, like, co-op with my friends, just, like, split screen and, like, late high school, like, early university, I probably played the original Halo, like, over 20 times, so
Hmm.
I don't know. Even if it's like, "Well, there's 3 new missions, and it's made in Unreal Engine 5, and a lot of the visual design looks strange," and I don't know, it's, that doesn't look so great to me. And casual one, yeah, Wolverine's coming out a week before we get the choice between the 3 that we wanted to cover, which is Control
Yeah.
Resonance, Silent Hill Townfall, and Onimusha. So Wolverine is probably not happening because I don't know. I don't think either of us are too keen to use our PS5s.
We'll see. There's a lot of games happening in that time frame, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be rough.
But yeah,
Hmm.
we'll figure it out though. But yeah, no, there might not be any other games until October unless we're forgetting one.
Yeah.
That's coming
Oh
out
yeah, I guess
earlier.
Disclosure Day came out, which I forgot
Yeah.
about, and everybody, and now I hear everybody laughing about it. So,
I
uh,
saw the trailer to it. I had no interest in it. I was okay, no, this looks stupid.
uh, yeah, I don't know. There's lots of things happening, but we're good with shows for a while, so that's nice. Uh, I think then
I've been
what's
watching
the
the Apple TV Cape Fear. It's a weird version of Cape Fear so far. It's not finished yet, but yeah, Cape Fear is pretty good. Martin Scorsese movie from the early 90s, which I do recommend. Though brace yourself. Robert De Niro's southern accent is a little silly, but his character is pretty scary. And yeah,
Good.
Nick Nolte's in it too. It's good stuff.
Any thoughts on the Fable trailer? Is there a new one? I haven't
I
seen it.
could Yeah, so and apparently the woman that's apparently going to be the villain in it. I did not know until days later that that's Haley Atwell, like from Captain America, and I was like, "Oh no, what did they do to her?" Like,
Jesus.
yeah, so the Stellar Blade devs just mogging Western game developers
Hmm.
again. But yeah, no, they massacred my boy. It's one of those situations. But I mean, honestly, I've not really had any interest in Fable. I didn't even play Fable 2 or 3. I only played the original one, so I was sort of done with Fable after Fable 1. And it's not one that I'm like, "Oh my god, they're gonna ruin Fable," because I'm like, I don't really care all that much.
Yeah, yeah, same, pretty much.
I mean, hey, if it turns out to be amazing, awesome, cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's I think that of all games that don't look particularly interesting to me, if they come out and they end up being great, super cool. That said, I don't think
Indeed.
I have money on it.
I played Fable 3. It was a game. That's better than most games today, so sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Uh, Shut up, Netflix. Stop sending me emails. Now available. Thing flam link ling lang. It's a new movie. You should watch it. It's really good. It's amazing how small the Star Wars universe is now. Every character has met every other character. Yeah, it's kind of crazy if you think about that. It's like in a universe far, far away or whatever. And yeah. How about we go back to Tatooine? Fucking hope that planet just gets blown up next time.
Well, I mean, but you got to know how Baby Yoda interacts with Sebulba at some point, right? Like that needs to happen. Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of movie franchises that actually made more money than Mandalorian and Grogu.
dude, like both Obsession and Backrooms. Like I think Backrooms, I think I saw earlier, made 250 million on a budget of 10, which is like, wow, yeah, there you go.
And the
uh,
cope I've seen from Star Wars fans is, oh, but yeah, no, Mandalorian and Grogu actually made a lot more money than Obsession because of all the merchandise. And I'm like, are there that many people buying Star Wars merchandise these days?
What a fucking cope, dude.
I mean, maybe there is, but like I don't know. Like I've got two nieces and a nephew, and none of them have at any point said, "Yeah, I want a Grogu stuffed animal or something" to me. Like not once.
Yeah, I don't know. It's big cope. So, I'm actually not 100% clear, and I didn't look it up because I'm bad, a bad boy sometimes. Was Obsession not also made from some YouTube guy, or did I just make that up in my
Yes,
head?
it is. Curry Parker, I think is the guy's name.
Barker. Okay, because I saw the
Parker.
name, but I don't know this guy at all, so I wasn't sure if I just made this up that he's having a YouTube thingy.
Yes, he is another YouTuber made horror movie director. Up there
Hmm.
with legendary greats like Chris Stuckman. Which, by the way, I watched Shelby Oaks, and yeah, it is not a good movie.
I watched
It's
Platoon's video. That's all I needed to see.
with all the YouTuber making horror movies, I was like, okay, well, like it's on Amazon. I'll give Stuckman's movie a shot, and yeah, it really seems like it seems like the kind of script that was written by a guy who just played Silent Hill 1 and 2 as a teenager and then wrote the script as a teenager and never went back to it. It just really just reeks of I want to make my own Silent Hill. Yeah, no, it's generally not particularly good.
Yeah, I was looking at his IMDb, and he's been involved in some things before, like in movies. It was a
Um,
yeah,
in what sense?
like short
What in what
films
role?
and shit like this. Like The Chair is one. Warning. So he's dabbled in other things as well.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, you
it's-
got to think too, like in this generation, if you're trying to make it as a filmmaker, it would be silly to not
yeah.
be making stuff on YouTube
Yeah,
because
he directed another movie before, which is The Chair here. Yeah,
is it
interesting.
a short or a feature? I hadn't heard
It
of
says it's a short film. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but the yeah he's done things before apparently. So yeah, and this one did pretty well. So that's nice. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the what the movie made so far, Obsession box office, because it probably made like a probably same-ish numbers as Backrooms, I would guess.
I think it crossed 300 million a little while ago.
Wow. Okay, that's
So I
even better.
imagine
Yeah.
it's probably more than that at this point, but the big thing with Obsession that arguably makes it more profitable than Backrooms is the budget was under $1 million. Now, a lot of people have argued that, oh, well, yeah, it's under $1 million budget, but then it got bought by I forget who it was
Blumhouse.
exactly. Yeah, it was Blumhouse for like 10 million or something. So it's like, well, then maybe it's not like Curry Barker that's getting all that
Right.
350
Right. Right.
million street profit. It's like mostly Blumhouse is making the money and he just got paid for essentially selling the movie. That said, if you make a movie for $750,000, however you financed it, if you have the chance to sell it for 10 million, you should take that chance.
Yeah. So
Especially
I'm
when
looking.
that's $10 for distribution that can get the movie out. And if it does do well, then you've got a career, which I think in Curry Barker's case, or Parker, yeah, wait, Barker, right?
Yeah,
Barker, not
Barker.
Parker.
Barca.
Yeah, Barker. Curry Barker's case, like, is definitely true because I think he's already finished another movie and
Oh,
is
okay.
like got a job with A24 making a Texas Chainsaw movie. Which, yeah, Texas Chainsaw sequels or
Hmm.
any, and not even sequels, prequels, whatever. Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies made after the original one really hit or miss, primarily miss. Like they're
Hmm.
most of them are very, very not good. In fact, I actually watched one a couple days ago with Alexandra Daddario in it. That was apparently a 3D one because while it didn't say Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D in the I think it was Amazon Prime or so whatever streaming service I saw it on. But it did in the opening titles of the actual movie. So I'm like, okay, so there's going to be a bunch of 3D things. And this is like, this is a movie in which her and like Alexandra Daddario and Leatherface team up against some like small town police guys, and I'm just like, wait, well, hold on, why are they turning Leatherface into Batman? It was so fucking silly. To the point that she like throws him his chainsaw towards the end, and there's like the close up of him revving it. I was just like, oh my god, what is happening here? But well, I mean, and like Wolf de Mexico says, only two is even remotely good. Even Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 it's like not even the same genre as the original movie. It's like cocaine fueled 80s horror to an insane degree. Like Dennis Hopper's in it. It's really bizarre. I guess I understand why some people like it, but just considering how scary the original one was, I was never a fan of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And yeah, and there was a recent sequel, yeah, Casual One says, that was made for Netflix, and it is almost worth watching because it's so bad it's funny. Like it's really, really, really bad. And yeah, no, it's if Curry Barker manages to make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that was made after 1976 and it ends up being good, I'll be impressed.
Well, we'll see. As I
Because
checked Box Office Mojo, I don't know how accurate they are, but apparently Obsession is worldwide on 250 million now. Yeah. So yeah, doing pretty
sorry,
well.
what was that number? Did you say 250 million? Because I thought it was above 300 now.
That's why I say I don't know how frequently they update their things,
Oh,
but it seems to be at 250 million worldwide, 157 domestic, 73 million the international. So yeah, one way or another, not doing bad at all.
yeah. And
And
there's been
yeah,
also a lot of well, controversy is probably not even the right word for it, but the art director of the movie, the set director, I think, or she has some position that's like that. But apparently she did a whole lot on the movie, acted as a production assistant and things, and was upset about the fact that for the 20-day shoot she got paid $300 a day, and then the movie ended up making as much money as it did. And my opinion on that is like it's $300 a day is pretty good money. It might not be what you would think you'd be making on a movie that made $350 million, but no one knew that this movie was going to do that well. And it's like I don't make $300 a day. That's actually almost double what I make. Like calculating my take home, I make roughly $166 a day. I can get ordered to storm a machine gun nest. You got paid pretty well for your art direction job on an indie movie, okay? Like that's but yeah, and then people were also saying that like it sucks that Indy Navarrete, like the girl who plays Nikki in it, only got
Mm.
paid $20,000 for a movie that's making this much. She's got a career now though. Like she can really ask for quite a lot on whatever movie she does next because of how well this movie did and how much people attribute it, including me. I attribute a good part of the reason why this movie is as good as it is to her performance. So it's like, yeah, it's fine. You can do one indie movie that 20 days of your life, too. Like it's not a
Yeah,
super long shoot. And then yeah, there's good things that you can get from it. And hey, if you're an independent tier actor and you want to make sure that you're in on that like big payday if the movie does well, do the movie for free and say, "Yeah, I want 1% of the box office." But
yeah,
understand that you might get almost nothing
right.
or you could take the money that you're offered to like do the job. So that's I guess kind of my opinion on it. But other than that though, I think most people are on board with just saying, "Hey, this movie's pretty good and you should
Yeah.
probably go see it."
Also, if you have any qualms like that, probably never a good idea to just make it public immediately.
Mhm.
That might actually just fend off other people that want to hire you. It's like, oh, if she thinks she's not getting paid enough or is feeling badly about something, she might just go online and just yell about it. It's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
not a great look in any case. So, yeah, good times, good times. But yeah, with all that to the side, I guess we can go into the movie as we like to do. I'm just gonna play the trailer here in the background, as I also tend to do. Um, at least as soon as I find this button right here. Bloop. Oop. No. Yes. And a little sneeze for the road. There you go. But yeah, obsession. It's kind of fun how this movie starts because it looks like he's trying to confess to his longtime friend, and
Yeah.
it's all really awkward and like cringy to watch because you know we've all been there trying to do that. And it's like, oh god, I feel that. That's god, it's like, I can barely watch, and that's like kind of the first like what was it like 20-25 minutes almost because
Well, I mean, I guess the first 5 minutes is it's him, like, practicing at the diner,
oh
but,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
exactly. That's what I was.
opens as if we're seeing his actual confession to her, like, saying, "Yeah, like, I've been in love with you for this amount of time," and the girl looks, like, really, really receptive to it, and then you find
Yeah,
out that that was, like, the waitress at the diner that they got to sit down and have him be like, "Okay, if she's right here, what are you gonna say to her?" So, it starts with a little bit of comedy,
yeah.
and,
Because she
um
says like, "Oh, that's amazing," but then his best buddy Ian, he's like, "Dude, that was awful. Oh, I don't want to do that again." He's like, "Thanks for doing this. Is what you can leave now." And it's like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, this freaked me out. Like this is awful to watch."
Well, and I think also Ian's motivation gets kind of revealed a bit later on, and there are a couple moments in this movie where it did seem like he's going out of his way to make it difficult for Bear to just like tell Nikki how he feels, and that I
Yeah,
guess makes a bit more sense when you find something out later on. And, I mean, you like, Wolf to Mexico says Ian was correct. It's like, yeah, but he also kind of sabotaged him in that scene because he says you should call her Freaky Nikki and just kinda make
yeah.
a joke. And when that happens later on, she is not happy about him
No.
saying that. And that kind of reads to me with knowing what you know about Ian later in the movie, it's like, "Oh, okay, he was really just trying to sabotage this guy."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because his idea is like, oh, this was so long ago. It's just gonna be a little tease. Should be fine. Blah blah blah. But yeah, you need to invite some romance. Like, oh, how about you ask her to do something that's not the trivia night where we all hang out all the time? It's like, oh, but I don't know when, and what time. I think he just straight up says like any other time than this. It's like, oh yeah, I guess, yeah,
Yeah, and I think that Ian at least is being reasonable there, that he's like, "Hey, like I like our trivia nights, so don't ask her out during trivia because that's like when we hang out and we're all having fun and I don't want you to make it weird." Like I think that's totally reasonable. And but I think Bear's reluctance to ask her out anywhere else is like, I mean, yeah, Black Cat, right? It just said it, like, grow some
grow
balls,
some
bro.
balls. Yeah,
Bear has a massive problem with not having any balls. He
yeah.
has negative balls. They are still inside his body from his childhood. Like they just haven't dropped at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why like I've seen this movie twice, and the first time I watched it, I could not help but viciously hate Bear pretty much the entire movie. Like it actually like somewhat hurt my enjoyment of it because I was like, I just want this guy to die. I just hate him so much. And yeah, no, having the context of the movie, I think watching it a second time, I had an easier time tolerating Bear. But yeah, like even this initial scene where he's being really like what would be the word for it? Sappy as far as like his practice confession of love where it's just he's going way overboard and not just being like, "Hey, yeah, I'm into you. I like you. You want to
Mm-hmm.
go on a date sometime?" And then if she says yes, cool. If she says no, be like, "Yeah, okay, right on. We can still be friends. Forget I said anything." That's all you have to do. There's there's not really anything that you have to do that's more complex than that. But it's the second scene where I began to hate him when we see Bear at home. Are we there yet, or am I missing anything in between
No,
when he
no,
goes
no,
home?
no. You got it. Right after this, it goes straight back home where he finds his uh dead cat, and apparently
Well, well,
he left his fucking pills open or something, and the cat ended up eating the pills because it knocked
yep.
it over. It was like, oh, you fucking dumbass. That was entirely your fault.
Yeah, it's like I'm just like off the bat, it's like you are the reason your cat is dead because you left a bottle of OxyContin open or oxycodone, the same thing really, open in your house somewhere. You'd be like, "Oh, how could the cat have gotten to this?" It's like, well, the cat 100% did not open the pill bottle because the those are made so that human children can't open them, never mind a cat. And it just means you left them out and open. And yeah, your small animals got killed because of that, and as
Yeah,
the owner of 2 small animals, that bothers me
yeah.
because
A lot of
yeah.
theories about the cat. He may have done that to get sympathy. Was this intentional? I didn't get that vibe by his
Yeah.
reaction. I mean, I'd like to hear the theory. I haven't heard that. So I don't know. Maybe there's something interesting out there. I didn't get the feeling he did it on purpose by his
Yeah, I
reaction
think
later on.
I wouldn't ascribe malice to the getting his cat killed, but I would absolutely ascribe negligence to it. Like, negligence to a degree that if you're an adult who especially if you're prescribed for any amount of pain, something as powerful as, like OxyContin, like opiate painkillers, just keep them sealed if you have a cat. Like, what do you mean? He has a medicine cabinet too. It's like, why don't you just keep like have the bottle closed, have it in the medicine cabinet? The cat's not going to get to it. But if the cat got to those pills, it means that you were being stupid about them and not caring about your cat enough to protect it.
Yeah. How did it get into the pills? I mean, it looks like it was just on the counter, and he probably didn't close it properly, and then he just knocked it over, and he fucking ate the fucking pills because cat doesn't
Hmm.
know any better. That would be my read on it. Um,
Yeah, they did not seal the bottle and left the bottle out.
yeah. Um, but yeah, he cleans the floor, puts the cat in the back, and I assumely buries it in the backyard or something.
Hmm. Oh,
Uh,
or does he?
I assume. I don't know where else he would put the cat.
Well, we know that the cat is accessible.
That's true. Maybe it's just in a bin, which is that's kind of weird though. He just puts it in
I
a
mean,
bin somewhere in his house.
that's the other thing, right? It's like how the next day, how did you not like bring it to the vet and like get it cremated or something, right? Like you just left your dead cat in your garbage can. Like
Yeah. But yeah, he's not doing particularly well.
yeah. And I guess like I mean this scene is probably where you'd be able to generate the most sympathy for the character because it does seem like he's really beaten up about the cat. Like he's like crying his eyes out and like in his room. And then Nikki calls him. Nikki is the girl that he has a crush on. And he has to sort of be talked into coming out to trivia. And that's also another reason why I wouldn't think that he would have done that on purpose to get sympathy from Nikki because he was not going to go out and see Nikki because he was so beaten up about the cat and only ends up going out because she tells him that she's quitting the music store that they both work at together
Yeah.
and that this might be the last time she's at trivia, which I'm not sure how those things connect because it's like, was she moving or something? Like, I don't know that that was really clear.
Yeah, not sure. But yeah, he was also very excited that she called. He was already about to be doing the sleepy times, but yeah, it's kind of he's been doing like this kind of back and forth friend zone and stuff for a long time, I imagine, from what I
Mhm.
understand. I was like, man, that must be really fucking annoying.
Well, maybe, but I like again what not only know now, but then go on to learn about Bear's personality. It seems like he wasn't necessarily in the friend zone. It was just I don't think he ever had the balls to
Oh
actually
yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah,
"You want to go out with me?"
yeah. It was bad explanation, badly said. Not friend zone, but he's been in this mode for a long time, which
Mhm.
rough for him. But yeah. So yeah, she says she's gonna turn in her 2 weeks, and she's like, "Oh well, I guess I'm gonna come to the trivia anyway, even though I feel kind of bad right now." And then she drops her necklace in the toilet or down the drain, and so he decides to go to the shops. Some, I don't know, probably like an antique thrift store or something is the vibe I was getting from this one.
I think it looks more like kind of a hippie store
Or
where
hippie
there's like
store, yeah.
crystals and incense and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you got any necklaces? Like, yeah, this one. But he decides, like, oh, Nikki will hate that one. But then he sees One Wish Willows, which essentially say, hey, break this in half and you get to have a wish. That's good.
Hmm.
He's like, oh, that's might be a little fun thing. I'm just going to take that one and give it to her as a little pick me up for, losing the necklace and being gone very soon.
And a one wish willow is essentially a single fingered monkey paw.
It is, yes. The good old monkey's paw. And oh boy, what a paw it is. Um, and the later encounter is like, oh yeah, but just don't come back to complain. And it's like, people complaining about that. It's like, oh yeah, but it just doesn't work or something. It's like, oh, it doesn't work, does it? It's like, no, it's just whatever. It's like just
Well, like he even says, like, what is it like a scam or something? He's like, hey man, like we don't do scams here. It's just like, yeah, no, like if it works, it doesn't work, like whatever, just don't come back complaining.
yeah. He jokingly even says like, "What does like ruin your life or something?" It's like, "Yeah, oh, they die," and there's kind of like this back and forth. It's like, "No, we're good." It's like, "Yeah, all right." I think it even
Well,
ends as like,
what was the monkey paw element for Ian? Well, I mean, he immediately goes over to his friend's house to tell him about all the money he has and then gets shot in the head. So,
"Yeah,
like, that's,
that might be it."
it didn't go particularly well for him either.
This might have been only coincidental. Like his monkey paw could have probably also appeared in a different way.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
yeah. Uh, yeah. The now they're meeting up in the bar where they have their trivia night, and at some point it's like, oh, let me get some shots. Like, oh, I'm gonna come with you. And it's like it's all still like pretty normal. It's like, oh, what do you 4 shots of tequila? And it's like, I'll also take a pina colada. It's like, oh, who's gonna drink a pina colada? It's like, hey, don't make fun of me. I just don't like the taste of the other alcohol stuff. And
No balls.
yeah, and pina colada is pretty tasty. Not gonna
They are good. I mean,
lie.
I'll order a pina colada if I'm at like a beach resort, but not at like a bar trivia night. What do you mean?
Get a Mai Tai, which has like all the alcohol in it and a little bit of something else to wash it down. God, there was like one time I ordered a Mai Tai and that was so fucking strong. I think it was close, like close to closing time, and they probably just chugged it in. It's like, here, get fucked up and leave or something.
Yeah, I
um,
think the big thing is that like, hey, if the girl that you're planning to ask out right there orders you a tequila shot, take the tequila
yeah,
shot. And don't sip it. Like he also sips it. Like what he does, he takes like a sip of the tequila shot and then puts it down.
yeah. So he is trying to confess to her, and it's going very slowly. And when he's kind of getting close to it, Ian arrives and is like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" It's like, "Oh, why'd you do that? You
Yeah.
gave him the signal to go with her. What are you doing?" And again, later on, we learn why he's not too keen for this happening.
Well, no, actually, Ian was trying to say not to do it. Like he was like, no, no,
Oh,
like
really?
don't go.
I mistook something.
Yeah, and then she goes to the bar. He goes up to like follow her, and then Ian basically comes up to cockblock him, which not a very good move if you're a guy's friend. Even if it's like, no, I really don't want him to tell her at trivia. It's like, dude, if like let the guy let the guy actually try to make a decision because
Mm-hmm.
Bear has a lot of trouble with that apparently.
Yeah, and then the other friend, I completely forgot her name just now. What's the
Sarah,
Sarah, right? We learned that she has been trying to apply for university, I think it was.
art
To
school, yeah, because she likes doing tattoos and stuff.
right. And
But she's been getting denied by all the places she's applied for so far,
yes,
and is just waiting on one last answer.
Yeah, and they all just have a toast, and Bear says to Sandy, and Sarah just noticed that. It's like, why does Sandy? It's like, oh, she died. It's like, oh, that sucks. And they have a little
Well, and then
hug.
Sarah like hugs them, so like
Yeah,
this is kind of the hint we get that Sarah actually does like Bear, as opposed to Nikki, who seems relatively indifferent to him.
yeah. It's kind of weird the dynamic. The more you learn about those four, you kind of wonders like, do they actually really like each other that much, or are they just all hanging out because they work at the same place?
Yeah, yeah, like it seems like it hyper dysfunctional.
Yes, yeah. Uh, yeah. She wants Nikki wants to go home, and Bella's like, oh, I can take you. And she's also, wow, she's such a good person. She gets like a 20 from someone and gives it to a homeless guy. And Bella's like, wow, she's so awesome. Wow.
But I think also the big thing is that Ian really wants to go to like the karaoke bar after they leave like the trivia bar,
Yeah,
and Nikki's just like, no, like I really don't want to go, and that gives Bear the excuse to say, hey, I'll drive you home.
yeah,
And yeah, and Ian does not seem super thrilled about that, but it does sort of work out that the two who wanted to go to the karaoke bar are Sarah and Ian, and Bear I don't think wanted to be out at all. So him
mm,
actually wanting to go home at that point does make sense. It's not like he was chomping at the bit to go play karaoke
no,
when he
no,
had a dead cat at home. But yeah, but Nikki's just she's just done for the day, so she wants to go home. And there is even a scene where I think or a moment where Ian says something like, "So yeah, make get your girl home safe," and then Nikki's like, "Oh my god, don't say that." And
yeah,
yeah, that would be the moment that if I were Bear, I'd be like, "Oh fuck."
yeah. I don't think I need to bother asking. I
Yeah,
think I should just move on.
yeah, that's not what you want to hear when you're about to like, or when you would presumably be about to ask the girl you like out.
Yeah. Um, yeah, in the car, they just kind of talk a little bit about the cat that died, and then she's like, "Oh, I wanna." I think she writes like stories or something, and she wants to go somewhere else to just kind of have I don't know, like a different wall to look at or something. Just I don't know,
Well, I
just
think
have something
she
different.
seems like she's kind of stuck in a
Stuck,
routine, and
yeah,
while
stuck in
he's
routine.
like,
That's
"Yeah,
what I was
you
looking
could
for.
you
Yeah,
could write here," she's like, "Yeah, but the problem is I don't.
a
Like,
different
I
coat of
could."
paint. That's what I was looking for. That's what I meant to
Yeah.
say. So yeah, then because she's like, oh, I don't really feel love or find love or something. By the way, even more hints that there's nothing happening, even if you're gonna confess right now. But he doesn't.
Like, I mean, honestly, though, at the same point, she's like, "Yeah, no, like, I don't feel like I'd write something because I don't feel loved," and you could be like, I've actually got pretty strong feelings for you and was planning to tell you probably at some point, but now that you're leaving, this might be a good time to tell you. I'm into
Yeah,
you and would really like to date you."
yeah, yeah,
But no, he does not take that opportunity. And the one later on in this scene actually made me angry because I think it's after because she leaves the car and he's trying to like take Ian's advice and calls her Freaky Nikki, and
mm,
it makes her really, really upset. And then she comes over to the window and is like, "Do you like me, Bear? Because if you do, now's the time to tell me."
yeah.
And he totally just chickens out. And
It's it's
that
a
made me
it's
so mad.
honestly probably the best question you could have been asked at this point. And you,
Yeah.
that's like, oh, that yeah, that's you could just say yes, no, but no,
All you
he's
have to say is, "Yes, yes, I do. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to tell you. I've been too afraid of what you'd say, but yeah, I do like
yeah,
you." And his response is, "I think we're great friends."
yeah, it's like, ugh.
And then she storms off, and I'm just like, "Oh my god, Bear, I hate
Yeah.
you so much.
I find
You
I
let your
find it
cat die,
double
and you have."
infuriating because they're not like teenagers or something. Like they work at
Yeah,
the
no,
job.
they're like
They're
25.
adults. They're adults. I was like,
These are
goddamn.
not 16-year-olds, and he's like, I got most 16-year-old boys, I think, have more guts than this guy does.
Yeah. So yeah. So this went this went from, oh, I kind of get the awkwardness to, okay, you had like so many opportunities right now to just get it straight. She told you she's gonna leave. This was like the last night or something, but nope, not doing this. And
And it also went from him having to figure out what words he needs to say to just having the guts to say yes. Like, she teed him up for just, "Yes. Yes, I do." And that would have been it. That would have been how he could tell her, and he can't even bring himself to do that.
yeah. Uh, so yeah,
So
this all
instead
went horribly awful for him. And he's like, "Oh fuck it, might as well use the one wish willow right here." As like, I wish nothing more than for her to be in love with me, and immediately she's like,
specifically, I wish for her to love me more than anything else in the
"Yes,
world. And, yeah, snaps the stick. And then we're treated to the first of, I would say, many in this movie, very interesting and simple and creative uses of lighting. Because then the shot goes back to Nikki's doorstep and she's just completely engulfed in shadow and blacklit.
yeah."
And it looks really creepy, even though it's just a girl standing on at her doorstep.
Yeah,
It's like,
just like
yeah,
because they
this
cut
is
it there, and you're like, "Oh, that's like right after he snapped the thing." It's like, "Oh, wait, is that? Did it work? Is something weird?" And I was like, "Well,
yep.
it's like, hey, maybe you want to come in because you just lost your cat, so maybe you just want to hang out or something." And
Oh,
he,
no, she says, "My cat just died," and he's like, What?
oh, right, yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
cat just
Sorry.
died." She's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, your cat just died, and you wanna hang out more?" And it's weirding him out and weirding the audience out 'cause, I'm assuming, like, you don't immediately get it that, yes, it's not the Nikki that was just there speaking, and she starts acting very bizarre and wanting more than anything to either have him come inside and also not she's not constructing her sentences properly at first
Hmm.
either, which I thought was kind of neat because it's like the entity that is now inhabiting Nikki is kind of figuring out how to act like her. And in this scene in particular, I think it's not very good at it. And yeah, it's it's a creepy scene and in
Yeah,
a way that makes you really uneasy, and there is even the first moment where real Nikki kind of snaps back into control and is just
yeah,
like, "Wait, like, where the hell how did I get back out here? Like, what's going on?" And then instantly snaps back to, "So, yeah, do you wanna come inside?"
yeah. It's like, what the fuck? That's like a thing that happens throughout the movie as well. It was like the real Nikki comes through, and it's like it's really fucked,
Mhm.
uh, but very effective.
Yeah, and it's, like, as, Hakira says there, does it feel like the demon or whatever was kinda learning to speak by repeating phrases? And I think that is definitely part of it too. It's like she does say the same thing a few times in a row. And I think it's kind of neat that it's like it's learning quite quickly, but there's also something immediately unnatural about how this thing talks and interacts.
Yeah. And Bear even like notices. I was like, "Man, you're kind of freaking me out. Like, are you okay?" It's like, "No, it's fine." It's like, "Oh, I'm just really drunk and fucked up." And he's like, "Yeah, I can tell. So I think you should just go home and sleep." Uh, but then she suddenly says, "My father is dying. I really don't want to be alone right now." And he's like, okay, what's going on?" It's like, "Yeah, apparently." And she tells him at some point, it's like, "Yeah, it's cancer. He's slowly dying." And we learn it a little bit. It's like, wait, that's weird. She never cared about her dad, so I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
And
And well, it's another thing that too, Wolf in Mexico says, what part of being possessed by a demon counts as her by monkey paw standards, the one wish Willow sucks ass. It's like I
mm,
think that it's almost not her at all, which is why it doesn't know things like the relationship she has with her dad, and that saying, "Yeah, my dad is sick and it's making me really sad," for her specifically, doesn't really make a ton of sense because she doesn't have a good relationship with her father and doesn't really talk to him apparently. So it's like, well, maybe it just pulled something out of its hat to be like, "Yeah, well, maybe I can use this to get back in the car because the demon's only goal is to love Bear more than anything else in the world."
yeah.
And and
Um,
this is probably the most normal the demon is.
Yeah, yeah. Like they arrive at his place. Apparently he got it recently-ish from his grandma. I assume she passed away, and he inherited the place he's living in right now. And she's kind of like, "Oh, this is nice. It smells like you." It's like, okay, yeah. It's just kind of a little fun thing. It's like, "Oh, that smell bad?" It's like, "No, no, it just reminds me of your smell." It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, meanwhile, there is a dead cat in this apartment. We've
There is a that is very true, yeah. And we also have the first another usage of the shadow where you can't see her face. And I'm going to point it out later on because there's a couple of instances where you can see face like things where the face is supposed to be. And it's like, oh, that looks creepy. I don't like that. But yeah, it's pretty well made.
I think it's when she shows up the next night. There's another one too where it's her whole head seems like it's in
Yes.
shadow, but they have
Yeah.
just like a little bit of light coming from her eyes. It's like you
Yeah.
can sort of see her eyes, and yeah, all that stuff I thought was pretty neat.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like, oh yeah, you can go here, sleep in this bed. So if you need anything, let me know. Blah blah blah. Good night. And he's like, can you let you sleep with me? I was like, yeah, sure. And it's all very very weird to him because even though this is kind of what he wanted, he kind of seems to realize that it's kind of odd and sudden after the conversations they had, and
Mhm.
uh, he did have a glimpse at the wish willow thingy, but it's like, yeah, okay, maybe it did work or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, at this instance, again, the real Nikki seems to come out. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" He's like, "Wait, what the fuck is this?" But it seems like
Yeah,
the Skinwalker Nikki, which I kept calling her in my brain, comes back and says, "Oh no, I just had a panic attack or something." It's like, "What the fuck? I thought I did something you didn't like or something like that." It's like, "No, no, this is fine. No, it's whatever. Let's just lie here. This is gonna be fine." And
yeah, and like honestly, I think that there's a few of them where she like real Nikki snaps back into
yes,
control that are pretty jarring. This one was kind of the one that like hit me the hardest. I was like, "Oh my god, this is messed up."
yeah, yeah,
Because she seems very distraught about the fact that she is A, in Bear's bedroom, and B, making out with Bear. She's like, where, what? She just is very distraught
yeah,
when she comes back into control for like 3, 4 seconds. And then Demon Nikki takes over yet again.
yeah.
The
Well,
demon possessing her is little Nikki.
she
Lord.
eventually falls asleep. He migrated to the floor because I guess he's weirded out enough by that. And he goes back to, not back, he goes to his laptop and Googles or probes, I think they call it just probe with like an alien symbol. I don't know, I found it kind of amusing.
Yeah,
Um,
they have their own Google
yeah, does a
royalty free.
one wish willow actually work? And then there's like a couple of things. There's like says like I don't know like Mandela effect. What is a one wish willow? And it's kind of like 50-50. Some people say yeah, it definitely works, and I was like nah, it's just whatever. It's just a dumb prop. And
One of them said, like, yeah, no, it totally works. My mom was like super ugly and now she's like quite attractive.
oh no.
I think it was something to that effect for one of them. But
uh yeah, but he just kind of closes the laptop. Like, okay, this is like not helping whatsoever. And when he goes back to the bedroom, we get another shot with where you can't really see her face, and he's like, "Where did you go?" It's like, "Oh, oh God, no." It's like, "Oh, I was just going to the bathroom." It's like, "Can you lay with me?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, okay." And then we cut to the next day, and he's kind of looking around, and he finds his dead cat on the floor with a candle.
candles around it. Yeah.
And
She's
he's like,
like,
"Oh, I thought it was just like a little shrine as a memory or something." He's like, "Dude, that's fucked. Why the fuck did you do this?" And
yeah.
yeah, she's not
And
behaving very normal at all.
and this is also the moment where it's like, buddy, if you're not like trying to bring her to the hospital,
Yeah,
like at this point, like even if we're going to assume that the one wish willow isn't actually magic and that she's not actually possessed by a demon. if you spend the night with the girl that you have a crush on, and you wake up in the morning and she has recovered the body of your dead cat and
Yeah.
made a it on the floor of your kitchen, it is time to try to get her psychiatric care.
Yeah.
This person is not okay.
That's probably the biggest issue I have with this movie. And like authorities are not really a thing, even though there's a lot of yelling and loud noises, and the neighbors were definitely called a policeman at some point. And well, our protagonist doesn't ever go and ask any of the authorities, and even the friends who
Yeah,
notice them being fucking weird as shit, especially after the party. They don't
the
really do
party,
anything.
yeah. I think the party's probably the big one where like
Yeah,
someone there probably should have like called police and an ambulance and be like, yeah, she really needs to be like admitted to a facility because she actually hurt herself in front of us and
yeah.
we were all very
I think there's like a quick thing where you see a couple of seconds of emergency room. So I don't know if they implied they went there briefly to let it be checked out, but I think that would be about it. And I was like, ah, man. I think it was probably like a creative
oh yeah.
choice. I imagine that they didn't have any police or something in there because that would in, invite other problems they would need to deal with. But I don't know.
I
It
mean,
was very noticeable because it's like modern times and they're not like in like a secluded house anywhere where no one's living.
I think is mostly explained well enough for me because the person who would need to be calling the authorities the most is Bear,
Yeah.
and they do a really good job of asserting that he is not the kind of person that is proactive at all. Like
I don't
in
know if
any
I would go that far. When she starts to fucking bash her head in and he doesn't even take her to a hospital. I don't know, man.
well, but you were saying there that he does actually take her to the hospital after that, and it's just they don't really admit her. They just sort of say, "Yeah, no, she's fine," and we don't get any dialogue in that scene though, which is like I think it's just like a shot outside the hospital, and it's him talking to what's presumably like a triage nurse that
Hmm.
like discharged her. But I guess it's more the kind of things like what happens with Sarah later on.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
that's a big
I
one. That's
would
the biggest
I
one.
would immediately call the police, like
Yes.
100%. That like that moment.
That was
I
very,
would like
very extreme.
yeah, and but Bear is like so weak-willed and unable to actually take a proactive action in anything in his life that I get why he didn't do it, but it also just served to make me hate him more.
Yeah. Well, they
No, I
go
mean,
to
yeah, you're right. I think though the party though is the big one. Like once we get there, it's like
yeah,
no people not calling the police after the party is a little silly.
especially because they already established that everybody thinks, dude, like, are you? We kind of feel like you're taking advantage of her from what you've told us. And it's like, oh shit, that's. Ugh. But yeah, they're going to work, and there's another cool visual here they do because he takes Ian to the side. It's like, dude, that's the craziest night. Like, it was pretty good. But it's like, yo, you fuck Nikki. It's like, no, not this. And it's like, hey, I just sort of saw you come in together. So you just slept over. It's like, yeah, but she was behaving like super fucking weird. And the whole time we see them talk, she's
She's
like,
staring at them.
she's at the counter, like at the cashier's place, and you just see her. Like, it's not even like she's not even focused, but you see her in the background just staring in Bear's direction the whole time. I was like, oh
Yeah.
god, is she ever going to stop that? It's like, nope, she's looking the whole time.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's a very creepy stare too.
Peepo stare.
People
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, yeah, there's something weird. I think she's going through something. And she says like, oh yeah, her dad has cancer and she's not taking it well. And this is where she's like, dude, the dad in Washington that she doesn't give a shit about. I was like, yeah, but I guess she does now, and she's really going through it. I guess they made up or something, but she freaked out and she stayed over.
Mhm.
Um,
And yeah, and Ian seems to not 100% buy what's going on, but his motivations are still a little unclear at this point. Or we
yeah,
think that it's just he's trying to look out for both of them and is just silly friend guy.
Yeah.
But I think that is it. He does he go talk to her after this, and we just don't
No,
see.
it's they all leave and he tells us like, oh, I don't think I can bring you home tonight. It's like, oh no, it's fine. I'm just taking my bag. Ian is gonna take me. I was like, okay, cool, 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 cool. And those two, they seem to talk, and then Ian calls him, I think, and tells him what she told Ian at least, and we got a little AI language model thing. Genie LM is what they call it here,
Oh yeah,
where they wonder is like, oh yeah, maybe she was on Molly again, and they looked for like side effects and stuff like that. And it's like, oh yeah, maybe she was. I don't know.
yeah. And some of the side effects that he looks up of like MDMA do seem to fit a bit of her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to be charitable to Bear, as much as I don't like doing that, he might be like, oh, okay, it was just because she took some ecstasy at like the bar and none
Yeah.
of us knew. That's why she was acting so weird. And now not being on ecstasy because it's like the full next day, like 24 hours later, she shows up in his doorway, and that's
Yeah,
the
I
scene
do
he's
remember
talking.
you see her walking by the window before she knocks.
Yeah,
There's like a bit of
so,
a pause, and she gets there in like a red dress or something even. And like, I didn't know what to wear, and he's like, for what? And I think she didn't really answer it. And this is like another thing where you can't really see her face. It's like it looks really
yeah.
odd and contorted a little bit.
You can see her eyes are kind of glowing though, but not in a way that it looks like silly CGI glowing eyes. It looks like they just put a faint, very direct light on her
Mm-hmm.
eyes, like being bounced off of something, and mostly backlit, so it's like shadow with these little sort of yellow glowing eyes that
Yeah.
seem natural and don't seem like, hey, this is glowing horror movie eyes because we like, rotoscoped a big yellow circle on top of where
Yeah.
this is the kind of stuff that I'm like, yeah, the cinematographer of this movie just did a really, really good job.
Um, but yeah, this is where the I guess the demon Nikki is kind of normal-ish. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was on something, so I was kind of being out of line. And but yeah, I want to be honest about something. It's really important to me. I know you like me, and I like you too.
Yeah. And
And then we
it
get a
seems
little
like,
montage of them having a great time. But there's
and I
also
was unclear whether this montage was actually happening or if it was just like this is how Bear pictured it would then go.
no, I think because the other ones are so taken aback by how fast they got together and they essentially live together now that this is just a little uh time montage where they're
Yeah.
just dating. But there's also like a couple of weird-ish things that seem cute, but where like there's like this one thing where he moves her head back to the screen. It's like, yeah, okay, movie movie
Yeah.
watching now.
They're watching a movie and she's just staring at him instead of watching the movie.
Yeah. But those times don't hold super quickly because they just have a little date, have a little food, and the show is like, oh, I always wanted to be like a food critic. It's like, oh, what's the verdict on this one? It's like, oh, on the bread. It's like, oh, go to find bread or whatever. Um, and
Yeah,
Ian
I
keeps
guess I think someone had the point like, does he have any? I don't see the comment now, but someone in our chat asked, does he have any hopes or dreams outside of her? And I guess his vague goal in life is that he wants to be a food critic, even though he doesn't seem to have taken any action to, start a blog, make a YouTube channel, anything like that. So
yeah, yeah. But yeah, Ian tries to call him, and the first time he just pushes him away, put him on fuck off, basically. But then he calls the second time. So it's the second time he calls. I'm just gonna take this real quick. I'll be right back. He's like, "Yo, Ian, what's up? What's it?" And he essentially tells him, "Yeah, so we were kind of weirded out by the whole story with the dad and the cancer, and we kind of checked it out. So yeah, he's super fine, and he's been at work like every day for the last 2 weeks. So I
yeah,
don't know
hasn't
why she,
missed. work.
Yeah, I don't know why she's lying to you about this. That's really weird, but I thought I'll just let you know. And then there's another visual where he's on the phone with him, and you can see her in the background, just kind of looking around the corner, looking where he is, and then just going back to the table. Just a nice little thingy. The dad lied about the cancer? No, she lied about the dad having cancer. They they
Boogie
probably they
298
probably
is
didn't
fraud.
even talk.
Yeah, no. She lied about the dad having cancer. Her dad has likely not been contacted by her a single time during
Yeah.
the last few weeks.
Uh,
It was just the excuse the demon made to get to Bear's house on that first night. And this is the like I've seen this scene shared as a clip that criticizes the acting in the movie, and I think if you see it out of context, you might think this is over the top bad acting, but considering what his wish was, the way he says like, do you love me more than anything in the world, sounds like a weird delivery if it wasn't him, if you don't understand that that's him trying to figure out if she's actually just under the spell of the one wish
mm-hmm.
willow based on exactly the words he used. And then there's then comes the scene where she's like, well, I thought we were having a nice date.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it might seem over the top if you think this is just a girl that's making a scene at a restaurant, but when you do get that, it's like, oh no, this is actually like a demon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
makes a
Exactly.
bit more sense.
She also gives him like a stone that's supposed to give him confidence and willpower. It, they have like this payoff at the end of the movie where he looks at it. I'm not really sure why she gives that to him at this point, like as the demon. I don't really get it, to be honest.
I guess the way I saw it was that the demon is trying to figure out things about her that
Mm-hmm.
it could use to convince him that she's just who she is. So when he knows that she likes the crystals and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
he probably just found one there, looked it up, and then was like, I could give this to him as a nice gift, and then he'll love me as much as I love him, and
Yeah.
also not think about the fact that I'm not actually Nikki.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, you already talked
And
about the crash out she has and the way she looks as well. It's like, I thought we were just having a nice date, and she's like kind of crying, and her face looks so weird as well. It's like, ugh. I'm not even sure.
yeah,
In some places they altered it a little bit with like CGI or something, or if she can just contort her face so drastically and sometimes
yeah.
because
I mean, it seemed to me like she's just quite good at making her face look bizarre, and yeah, that's probably the reason she got the role. And I think what's
mm,
particularly impressive, which granted editing can help this out a lot, is she seems to be able to switch between the different Nikki modes quite
right,
seamlessly, and in a way, seamlessly or not seamlessly, actually, very specifically, and without it seeming like she's warming up from going in one to the next. It's like
yeah.
instant swap, and yeah,
Also,
I think
someone
this actress was very, very, very good in this movie. I should reiterate.
Someone chat just pointed out that apparently she has a necklace with a bee on it in the dinner scene, which I assume stands for bear, which is, oh boy.
Yeah,
And someone else is Crystal Girl, bad relationship with her dad. Nikki's just raking up red flags.
I mean, she wants to be a writer too, so there you go, an artsy one. Can you please
uh,
talk about how hot Indy's face is? It deserves some praise. Yeah, she's a very attractive lady.
yes. Uh, well,
Which I mean, yeah, for this role, that is important also.
yeah. Uh, they go home. They have sexy times. Nice. And
And,
then we get
and
the
well, I
fucking.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
most specifically, they have sexy times after he says the "Do like you love me more than anything else in the world?" when he really realizes that, oh, she is like the one wish Willow did work,
Mm,
and this is 100% just magic that is the reason that she likes me. So it hard cutting from that to them having sex, I think, is probably one of the creepiest cuts in the movie.
yeah, that's a good point.
Like this is the point where you know that it's not actually her,
Mm-hmm.
and And you've also seen her like real Nikki snap back into control a couple times, so you know that like she she's still there, she still exists somewhere. And yeah, no, not cool.
Yes. Uh, well, and then we get the scene that made me say out loud, "Fuck no, I hate this." This so the bear wakes up. It's like 4 in the morning or something. Nikki is not around. He's like kind of looking in the room, and she's just in the corner watching him sleep. And I was like, oh no.
It's just like Nikki, and then you just hear from the corner, "Go back to sleep."
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck this.
You're like, "Oh, okay. Where
Uh,
are you?" And then you kind of see just in the shadows, you sort of see the corner of her head. And
mm,
it's, man, yeah. A lot of this light and shadow stuff creating tension and horror is really well done.
yeah, she's wearing his sweater as well because like, oh, smells like you. Like her face looks weird. Sometimes you can only see half the face because there's a little light coming through somewhere. But a
Mm.
lot of times, just you can't see her face. And then when he tells her to come back to bed, he just scuttles back in the corner. It's like, no. Sometimes it's just what's going on? And she just goes like, oh, I don't like my dream. And uh sometimes I feel like you don't love me as much as I love you. And she just starts crying. It's like a little distorted as well. And like her
Yeah,
face is like weird blurry and shit. And it's like, oh fuck that. Like when I watched that scene, I just got goosebumps. It's like, god, this sucks in the best way possible for a horror movie.
you're also like hearing this woman's voice sound like she's using a digital voice changer for a moment. And it's like, wait, do you really not, at this point, are you not thinking to yourself, is this just a demon that is inhabiting her body?
Yeah.
And she's like it's not
Yeah,
mutual.
it's really. I wish I could just play it, but obviously it's not out on streaming yet. But man, the sound it makes is just really fucking great. It's just really creepy. Her face looks all fucked, and yeah, it's really effective. It really works well. And also seeing like Bear's face the whole time, he goes like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she's like, "Just go back to bed." And he just kind of lies back down. I was like, And he kind of looks back up, and she's just kind of, I don't know, like sight walking with a flower in front of her face. And he's like,
Oh yeah,
what's going on there?
for
It's
Sandy.
what was that?
She said it's for the cat.
Oh yeah. It's like, Nikki, what are you doing? He's like, it's for the cat. And then she just lies back next to him like nothing happened. And he's just like very uncomfortable right now.
And
Yeah,
then
and then
he like goes to get up, and she starts like screaming, like,
yeah, he's like,
"Don't
stay. I was like, oh my god.
say that was it." And you're like, man, what if you have to pee?
Yeah. Well, she has a solution for that.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to that in a moment.
Oh god. So yeah, it's such a creepy scene. I really like it. It's ugh, nasty watch.
Yeah, and then the next morning, she seems to be pretty remorseful about how she behaved the night before,
Mm-hmm.
and he seems pretty like happy about that. He's like, "Yeah, no, like that was really weird. So you got to stop acting like that, okay?" And like, "I'm just gonna go to work, and you're gonna stay here, okay?"
It should
And
also
then he
mention
gets,
that apparently she cut his hair while he was asleep.
oh yeah, yeah, she
It's
did the
like,
haircut.
what the fuck? Uh, so,
And yeah, so and yes, she does have a job. She works at the same music store that he works at, like
yeah, but
music
on this
instruments.
day she doesn't have a shift, so
Mhm.
yeah.
So she wanted to, and I think she does actually say like, "Well, can I come and just hang out with you?" And he's like, "No, no, no. Yeah, I need to go to
Uh,
work, and you need to just stay here, okay?" And then we get the shot of the door.
yeah, it's like, oh, he's just talking to her. It's like, oh no, just make yourself at home, enjoy your day off. And he's looking like really like confused and worried. And when this was starting, I was like, "Oh man, he's not having a great time." And then they cut to the door, and it's completely duct tape shut.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus Christ.
Like every inch of the door is covered in duct tape that's like taping it to the
Yeah,
door frame, and not very effective, but it is still, it would be, I mean, again, like this is the kind of thing that how do you see this happen and not immediately call like the hospital and be like, hey,
yeah.
I'm dating this girl. I don't think she's okay.
I don't think she's okay at all. Wait, why? What happened? Well, first of all, she cut my hair while I was asleep. She was in a corner yelling weirdly, and also she duct taped the whole door shut.
Cutting my hair while I was asleep was the least creepy thing she did
Yeah,
last night.
at least that one I didn't notice immediately. Uh, yeah, he leaves. We cut to her, and she's just standing there, smiling very creepily, and then starts pissing herself. And
Yep.
that's she's just gonna stay there until he returns later on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's implied when he gets back that every single bodily function happens while she's just standing there frozen, staring at the door, waiting for him to get home.
Yep.
She is not willing to move a millimeter. And the look she has on her face is very, very bizarre. Technically, she's smiling, and this girl does have a pretty smile, but this is the creepiest fucking smile
Oh
I've
yeah.
ever seen on a person. That doesn't also seem like over the top, like the smiles in the movie Smile, where it's like looking very specifically to be a scary smile.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like she turns her face into just someone with a bad smile.
It actually
That's
reminds me of some of the analog horror that you have on YouTube. Is it for there's like these they have like distorted faces. Is it Mandela Catalog that has those? I mix the names up all the time. But you have like some weird creepy faces in there because they have like skinwalkers and stuff like that. And that I was
or is it
very much reminded of that a lot, with the face contortions and stuff like that.
and yeah, Peepo Sus there says like still a hot looking face, but also creepy. Props to her. And it's like I think that's kind of the interesting thing. It's that she's good enough at doing these like weird face shapes to not look as attractive, like for the purpose of like furthering the horror. And I mean, maybe there is some like makeup and CGI that's like being used to assist her, but it doesn't look that way to me. It seems that she's just contorted her face into. If you say to a person, make a funny face, I think she's just good at making funny faces to the service of what this movie's trying to do with a demon pretending as hard as it possibly can to be a girl in a happy relationship.
Mm-hmm. Well, lunch break during the shift. He's just kind of hanging out with Sarah. He got a little lunch box, and when that started happening, I was immediately worried what the fuck happened to the sandwich. But he doesn't even think about that
Absolutely.
apparently. Uh,
How could he not think about that also?
yeah.
I'd be like, very much be wary of any meal that she prepared for me.
She also made Polaroids while he was asleep with another creepy face on it. They say, I think the one with him on it says you, and the other one just says not me. It's like, oh, that's a bit creepy. I was like, hey, what you
Yeah.
looking at? And he just says, inside joke. It's like, huh. It's like, bro,
Well, and I
please.
think this, like, I don't know how she would have gotten up and like done this, but I guess I got the impression that that these notes were at least written by real Nikki.
Yeah, I think
At the
so
same
too.
time, though, like later on in the movie, when Demon Nikki is asleep and real Nikki is able to like kind of control what she says, it doesn't seem like she's able to get up or anything. It seems like she's like, I can speak, I can use my body for a moment here,
Mm-hmm.
but if I make too sudden a move, she's going to wake up. But it seems like here, she was either able to get a Polaroid taken or find the Polaroid and write a note on it.
Yeah.
But at the very least, this is an indication that the real Nikki is trying to tell him that, like, yeah, the version of me who you're with is not me. It is
Yep.
something else.
Yeah, that's like a big thing. It makes it so terrifying because the real one is still in there, and that gets more uh, obvious later on in case you haven't figured that out or was just wondering about it. But she talks basically at some point. Uh, in the lunch break, they just also talk about it's like, hey, guys were talking about me. It's like, oh yeah, that was like one time, so whatever. But I don't know. It's just kind of weird that you guys are dating all of a sudden, like super dating. I think she says it because they're like live together essentially all of a sudden. And it's like all very awkward. Sarah also gets another application back, or an answered application, which she got rejected from. So that sucks. Uh, and Bears is kind of like, oh, that's annoying. Gives her a little hug or something, and she takes away the little lunchbox and finds like a little note. It's like, my little food critic. What does that mean? And then also it says, uh, what's the verdict? Cat. And there's like a little bit of silence, and he looks at the sandwich. It has like some fucked up shit on it. And yeah, she cooked the cat and put it on his sandwich,
Yeah.
and he has a big old
Which
throw up. Uh,
and then like also lies to Sarah about why he's throwing up.
yeah, inside joke. He says into the fucking bin or something. I was like, oh,
And even like I'll even criticize Sarah for this one. It's like if she says what's the verdict cat, she knows that his cat recently died, and when he saw that note, he immediately started vomiting after taking a bite of the sandwich. It's like
mm,
yeah, the cat's in the sandwich. Like
yeah.
it's
So yeah, that was nasty and gross. Um, Ian was also here for a shift. He Ubered in today. Uh, so Bear gives him a ride, and it's like, hey, so we're gonna talk about you and Nikki. It's like, oh, what about it? Like, well, you're telling me that Nikki is having some crazy mental breakdown and all kinds of weird shit happened, and now she needs help and she lives with you. You say she's fine, but then there's also drugs. So what's going on? Like, can you just tell me what the fuck is going on? Because it kind of sounds like you're taking advantage of her.
yeah, which despite Ian's still hidden motivation, I think everything he says in this scene is reasonable. Like considering everything that's happened, I don't see this as Ian doing anything to like sabotage things or being a bad friend. I think he is actually doing what most normal people should probably be asking if you're concerned about either or both of those people.
Yeah,
Because yeah, Nikki is not okay.
yeah. So it's just all this weird way. I don't know what's going on with this codependency or whatever, but you need to figure this shit out. Uh,
And even just saying that, like, even if I believe you, like, think of what other people would think. Like, and I think that's a reasonable thing to say to someone to be like, hey, like, even if you don't necessarily have to convince me, but you got to understand that everyone is seeing her act very bizarre and all of a sudden is in like a super serious relationship with you out of nowhere when you guys were always nothing but friends.
yeah.
And she's not acting the same around any of us.
Ian tells him, was like, hey, we got something going on tonight, and yeah, we didn't. He's like, hey, why didn't you invite us? Like, oh, so it's us now. Okay. It's like, okay, why didn't you invite me? Oh, because you just would have brought her, and it's supposed to be a quote unquote boys' night. So yeah. It's
Well,
like,
no, he actually says, "I'll tell Sarah not to come, and
yeah,
we'll make
right,
it."
right, right. Yeah, you're right.
And yeah, and that does backfire. Although at the same time, I guess I don't really know for sure if like, do you think Sarah actually did text Nikki and say, "Yeah, we're going to be at Ian's today," or do you think Nikki just made that up to give Bear no choice but to bring her?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna tell her I'm gonna come over alone, and she's gonna stay behind. No problem. I was like, all right, well, go for it. And then we have the scene I just don't really understand the vibe of. I found this incredibly odd because he calls the number on the One Wish Willow, and he gets some weird stoner guy on the other end that tells him that kind of implies they can open up a request to cancel the task.
Well,
but they
no,
don't really do
so he
that.
says, like, he wants to change his wish, and then he's like, "Well, you can't really change your wish. Are you saying that you wanted to cancel your wish?" He's like, "Yeah, cancel the wish." And he's like, "Well, we don't really do that." And he's like, "But you just asked me if I wanted to do that." He was like, "No, I was trying to figure out the nature of your call."
Yeah,
I actually found this guy pretty funny in a way that, like, yeah, I thought was a neat, because, like, you gotta assume that he's not actually calling a person here. Like, he is calling effectively the customer service of the actual One Wish Willow demon or hell dimension, whatever it ends up being, if we find out more about it in another movie or something. But it really did seem like this was just a manifestation of what he figured the customer service person should sound like. And this is the part where I think it's undeniable that everything that happens from here on out is just full blown Bear's fault, and he's culpable for all of it. But he even, I forget what the context, but he says, like, "Would you like to talk to Nikki? Because we do have Nikki here." And then you hear her just screaming
yeah.
as if she's very clearly in hell.
I
So
like
it's
that
like,
part. I think the other part is just such a weird vibe that I also don't think it fits very well. Like it's kind of amusing, but I was like, I don't know. I thought we were in like creepy town right now. I thought we were kind of done with the funny bits. I know it just doesn't really mesh well with me at this point in time.
I don't know. I thought it was unique in that, like, it's not like you call and it's the person being like, "Why have you summoned me?" or anything like that. Like, it's more, it sounds like just a dude that is working at a call center and doesn't really want to be a call center from hell, so just a call center. It's a pretty good one, residual sleep. But yeah, I thought it worked considering that, like, this movie does, like, bounce between having, like, dark humor and horror as well. But I think that where the horror of, like, even the customer service call here reveals itself is done in a way that it, I think, is surprising to both Bear and the audience in a similar way, where it even seems like he stresses, the customer service guy stresses the responsibility that Bear has considering the wish that he made. He's like, "Yeah, well, I mean, she's gonna love you forever, like, until she's dead or until you're dead."
Yeah.
And that tells them the rule would be like, "Yeah, I mean, if you die, then, like, your wish dies with you, so she'd go back to normal." But considering this, I think you've kind of got a responsibility to, like, take care of her.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that that was an interesting thing for the demon to put at his feet to demonstrate, like, the responsibility that he has considering what he's done. But to me, I just thought the immediate thing was, if you die, the wish goes away, and it's like, okay, well, I think you know what you need to do, Bear. Like, it sucks, but and even if you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to just full blown kill yourself, it's like, but you want to start figuring out, like, a flatliner's Final Destination solution where you're dead for like
Right.
a minute. Like, lots of horror movies do that, but you know what? If there's the kind of thing that's like this only ends when you die, that's kind of your only option if you want to still live, or just, accept the responsibility for sending this girl's soul to hell and having a demon puppeteer her body. You know, Wolf to Mexico. You got to kill Nikki. No, Nikki did nothing wrong. Real Nikki, demon Nikki is nothing but horrible.
uh, yeah, he gets back home, goes back inside, and yeah, she's been standing there, pissing and shitting all over the place because all the bodily functions were just going on while she's standing there waiting. It was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I ate a bug, or I have a stomach bug. Like again, just the demon trying
Yeah,
to copy speech. It's just fun stuff.
figuring out how to convey thoughts and not
Yeah.
really understanding what I have a stomach bug means. So it's like, oh, I ate a bug.
And he tells her, it's like, oh, did you cook the cake? You can't do it. I'm very upset about that. And the demon is like, oh, okay. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go meet Ian. It's boys' night." And then he's like, "No!" Just freaks out again, and it's like, "No, no, I really want you to come. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, but no, but she says that Sarah texted her and said, "Are you coming to Ian's tonight?" So
Right.
this makes Demon Nikki presumably think that Bear's lying to her about it being a boys' night, even though theoretically he's telling the truth because he doesn't realize that Ian has not uninvited Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, That's it puts him in a weird spot, but also a spot where he kind of has no choice but to bring Nikki to the party. And yeah, then I guess we get to the party.
Yeah. They play some kind of. At first, I thought they were playing Jenga, but apparently it's just bricks on top of like wooden
it,
things, and they
it
have
looks
like
like a
shit on the bottom that says the.
Jenga truth or dare kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah, something
yeah,
like that.
challenges where you do the challenge that's on the Jenga block or you drink, I'd imagine, because it's a drinking game, I would presume, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people go for the drink in this scene. So I'm
Yeah.
not 100% certain of the rules, but and also we don't I just realized also we don't get to see what it said on Nikki's block where she tells her Hansel and Gretel story.
Right. Right. Uh.
I'm assuming it said like I don't know, like read something that you or what have you been working on or I don't know, but it doesn't ever tell us. But Nikki uses her block to tell a bizarre, um, very violent incest Hansel and Gretel story that she's
Mm-hmm.
working. That I think is probably one of the best and creepiest scenes in the movie, actually, mostly due to Indy Navarrette's performance being really good. I think she tells this story in a way that was quite intense and while bizarre, not knowing that there's already something wrong with Nikki. Like if I was just a person at this party who heard her tell that story in that way, I actually think the strangest part about it is that when she finishes the story, she no one says to her, "Hey, like you should like read audiobooks." I mean, that was really fucked up, but
Mm-hmm.
you did that really well. Like I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. Well, I guess they were all already kind of weirded out by the whole relationship going on. Now she does this weird shit. It was like, but yeah, it's really cool, really well done. Uh,
Good performance.
so I think before or after that, someone makes a joke and Demon Nikki goes like, "So true, ha 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 ha." It was like, okay,
Yeah, it's a demon trying to act human. And then one of the person gets a block that says switch places with anybody, and he switches places with Bear,
mm,
which puts Bear across from Nikki and beside Sarah.
Sarah, yeah, and then his block says, "Kiss the one to the left of you" or something, where
Yep.
Sarah is sitting, and Nikki gets up and moves her out of the way. It's like a really weird frowny
Drags
face
Sarah,
going on.
drags Sarah's chair with Sarah on it back like 4 feet, and then just sits in front of where Sarah is, and then kisses Bear. And yeah, and then things get more creepy where she says something to the effect of like, uh, "None of you will ever know a love like we have," and then
Mm,
she's like, "No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding." Okay, I'm not kidding. Deal with it.
deal with it. It's like, oh, okay. Uh, yeah, and then I think she does like some weird shit. I think the real Nikki comes out here for a little bit, and says something, and then just knocks her face in with one of the bricks, and it was like, oh god, and she's bleeding pretty heavily as well.
Yeah, I did like that it's not actually Demon Nikki that does the slamming the brick into her face thing. It is
Mm,
the real Nikki does that. It's like she takes over, she's like, "Fuck this thing. This is not me. This is not me." And then there's the kind of thing that like the GIF in my tweet that's a pretty like famous shot now of just her having this like really weird smile where like her mouth's like wide open and she's got blood all over her face from hitting herself with the brick. And yeah, at this point, honestly, if I were at the party, I would call the police. I'd be like, yeah, it's like
yeah.
there is a person here who is dangerous and is likely going to harm either herself or possibly the rest of us. I'm really worried for Sarah already.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure at this point, Bear fully realizes what's going on. It's like, oh yeah, this is this is not the real one this whole time. There's definitely something fucked going on, 100%. And yeah, again, they try to go to the emergency room, and I don't remember what exactly happens. They just kind of try to talk to someone and they just kind of like, nah, it's fine. I don't remember. I would need to double
I I
check.
I I don't think we hear what they say. I
Yeah,
think it's just
yeah.
a shot from outside the hospital where you see Nikki, like, talking to a triage nurse, and it might be something as simple as her just saying, "I don't want to be admitted, and I'm totally fine. I'm not insane. I'm in my right mind." And it might even be, I mean, again, this is me, I guess, writing the movie for it, so apologies for that, but if it was something like he wanted to get her psychiatric help in addition to the wound on her head treated, it might have just been that he didn't do a good enough job explaining it. Or if he
Mm,
just said, "Yeah, no, just repair her head, she's fine, otherwise, don't worry," then yeah, but whatever is whatever does transpire, it results in the hospital not admitting her like overnight. Like they do discharge her that day. But, I mean, again, I think it should not have only been Bear bringing her to the hospital. It should have been, honestly, police escort, if not just an ambulance bringing her.
no. Um, well, they end up going back home, and he just wants to get up to go to the bathroom, and she's like, "Can I stand outside?" It's like, dude, like, just look at your face.
Yeah.
You're hurting yourself. Like, I don't know what to do. It's like, do you like me? Is the real Nikki here? Like, he straight up asking. It's like, does the real Nikki like me? And he even keeps saying, like, you look so beautiful, and you're normal, right? Like, does the real Nikki like me? It's like he's trying to get some kind of answer from the real one, but
I mean, it
he
really
doesn't.
seems like he's trying to explain how this is all still okay and that
Yeah,
he doesn't have to feel responsible for what he has done to her, really.
yeah. And
And
then she kind of has like this smirk and is like, "I'm your freaky Nikki." It's like, no, 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 no.
yeah,
It's not. No.
it's like real Nikki hates that name.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm going to the bathroom, and yeah, he's like, "Oh, can you tell me you love me?" And he just hesitates, and she just does the whole yelling and crying again. It's like, I can't be Nikki. He's like, just be Nikki. He's like, no, I can't. And I think there's like some a little bit back and forth going on. And she just kind of yells like, I can't be Nikki. So maybe that's like a little bit of inner conflict going on between the real and the demon one. I guess is what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, it's like because I mean, as much as the demon is obviously evil, it also I think is because of it's the way it was manifest. It does want to do everything it can to make him happy. It just doesn't understand how to be a human and doesn't have any moral compass at all.
Yeah. And then then Demon Nikki comes back fully, and I think she like walks. She does like this weird movement where it looks like she's going forward, but it's just reversed. Like she's going
Mhm.
backwards, but it looks like she's just reversed in the movie. And like her face is hidden again, and it's like all weird looking. You can't see her eyes and anything. It's like another one of those visuals. I think she does like one thing where she does like a short sprint towards him, and he's like, "Oh fuck, no! What is going on?" And
Yeah, she kind of moonwalks slumpy, right? So it does seem like they probably had her either walk backwards and then play it forwards, or something that makes it seem very unnatural, as if it was a editing trick more so than just a real human being walking.
yeah. Um,
And
and I
I think
think
it's
she.
there. Then
Go ahead.
this is the night too that as they're going to sleep, Sarah starts texting him.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, or was there
Uh,
anything else prior to that?
I think she just says some weird shit about a chemical switch turning off or something. I don't quite remember what the full thing was, but it seems like more like the story she told in the party, something like that. Uh, I would need to double check. I'm not entirely sure what exactly that was, but it sounded pretty threatening towards him, and they just end up going back to sleep.
Yeah, and while they're asleep, Sarah texts him, and this is probably the only mistake I think Sarah makes, where she seems very adamant that he leave the house and come speak to her in person when he's like, I can't leave, just text me. And she's like, no, I have to tell you this in person.
Mm,
I probably would have just continued with the texting. Or I mean, even Bear probably at that point should say, look, Nikki's asleep beside me, and if I get up, she's going to be furious. And if she finds out I'm getting up to go meet you, I have no idea what she's gonna do. Like, because she's acting very unstable and I'm
mm-hmm.
afraid. But because he still, at this point, wants to just pretend like everything's gonna be fine,
Yeah. Oh,
he
apparently it was what I was missing was essentially a monologue on how she would end herself if he didn't stay. Okay, well there you go.
oh yeah, like I'll get cold and then I'll start feeling like
Yeah, that's what I meant.
my
Yeah, yeah.
hands feel like sand and like I've been sitting on it for too long, sitting on my hand for a little while, and then my whole body will feel like that, and then all of a sudden it's just be nothing. Not darkness. Darkness is a color. Which,
Yeah, like
man,
oh god.
that's a creepy thought too. It's like not darkness. Darkness is a color, just nothing. And it's like, oh, that's that's scary.
uh, well, he
Yeah,
decides
but
to do get up. But before he gets to leave, Nikki talks.
real Nikki.
It's like, where are you going? Like, I'm just getting water. I was like, it just says, "Kill me, please." It's like, what? But yeah, this is the real Nikki talking through the sleeping demon Nikki, and it's very creepy because she
Yep.
just essentially begs for him to kill him, and he just
To kill
asks,
her. Yeah. Like
yeah, to
kill
kill
me.
her,
Like
not him, her. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
alien resurrection Ripley clone. Kill me. But
And
yeah,
he,
no, and it's one of those things that like at this moment I'd be like, I'd just immediately kill myself. Like but I would not be able to like deal with the guilt of knowing I've done this to someone and knowing that I could save her and reverse my mistake by taking the bullet. But yeah, no, he does not have that force of will.
not even remotely, because
Nope.
he asks, why was it be so bad? Why is it so bad being with me? And she says, "I've never been with you, Ben." It's like, ooh. And
Yeah.
then he leaves, just leaves her there. It's like, man, that's fucked. Fuck you, man.
And that was Lumpy, we don't need to talk because I've never used magic to take away someone's free will that could be reversed by me ending myself. So no, you don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I'm just at least have enough guts to take responsibility for my actions and if I were to do something this evil. It's also why I don't mess around with magic. Just in case. Don't
Yeah.
necessarily believe in it, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to roll that dice. It's not worth it.
Well, he goes to hang out with Sarah. Apparently, that's something she did in the past, just hanging out in a car in the parking lot, just chilling out. He's like, oh, don't normally do this anymore, but I just want to say, I know she's like, what's going on with Nikki? He's like, oh, yeah, dad is dying. He's still hanging on that fucking story. And like, well, that's fine and all, but I think she's taking advantage of you, actually, and I don't think that's right. So you should probably get some therapy or something. And he's like, well, I can't really leave her alone. That wouldn't be the right thing to do, or something along those lines. He says. But she also got another letter from one of the schools. He's like, "Ooh, the next one. That's cool." And they kind of joked, like, "Oh, maybe my dad will let me tattoo successful girl on my forehead if I do that." So yeah, it's cool. And
And she also this is where she tells Bear about Ian and why Ian might have
yes,
been cock blocking him at the beginning of the movie.
yeah,
Because
because
apparently
yeah, go ahead.
Ian and Nikki were secretly hooking up for quite a while.
Yeah, on and
And
off,
yeah,
casually
not
apparently, but it seems like Ian didn't want it to be just casual. From that's at least that's the vibe I got from that.
or didn't want it to stop,
Oh, didn't want it
which
to stop. Yeah.
kind of makes me think that like he might have actually thought Bear did have a chance if he actually would, pull the trigger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like, and I think like it really just puts into context, most specifically him saying, "Call her Freaky Nikki, she'll like it." Be like, "Yeah, Freaky Nikki, remember they used to call you that?" And she'll be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you remember that." It's like
Mm,
he knew that that would piss her off because they probably at some point have talked about it more recently to know that like honestly, if anyone ever calls me that, I'm just going to like totally, I'm going to kill that
yeah.
person. And yeah, so and then like, interrupting him when it seems like he might actually tell her at the bar, even though he probably wouldn't have because he's Bear.
hmm
It all kind of makes a bit more sense.
But yeah, and Sarah was into Bear this whole time apparently because she's just kind of maybe you need something more chill. It's like, oh, maybe someone like you, which is kind of interesting because he's kind of leaning into the little flirt there for a bit. Um,
Well, because I think part of him realizes that it's like, hey, no, this like, even though this person wasn't my dream girl crush, this human being is of her own free will into me, and that feels actually a bit nicer than having the girl of my dreams under a magic demonic spell.
yeah,
Like, there probably is some guilt there. Not nearly as much as there should be in a couple seconds, but
yeah. And yeah, someone in chat just pointed out they did allude to that early on as well, whereas Nikki says that they talked about him in some way. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the end for Sarah because Nikki caught up, I guess, and
with a real
she
brick, not a play brick this time.
no, she breaks the door and she just starts smashing Sarah's fucking head into the brick over and over
Yeah,
and over again.
which I gotta say, kind of a creative kill when you pay attention to it, because it's not that she just starts slamming her head with the brick. She braces the brick against the steering wheel and then grabs Sarah's head and starts smashing her into the steering wheel that has a brick in front of it now. And I was like, huh, I don't think I've seen it done like that before in a horror
Right.
movie. And the result is incredibly gory.
It is, yeah.
It's probably this specific shot and scene that got him the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gig.
Probably, yeah. Uh,
But yeah, Sarah did nothing wrong though. Sarah is the real victim of this film.
yeah.
Like,
Uh,
the only thing she did wrong was insisting that Bear speak to her in person instead of just saying over text, "Yeah, Ian and Nikki were banging for quite a while, and he thinks that she's just doing this with you to get back at him or to make him jealous." And that probably would have maybe clued Bear into some things and made him take some different actions at least. But most of all, I think Sarah might still be alive.
mm, they give like a little
Although I guess if he
close up when
told,
you see the eye. It's like, ugh.
yeah, yeah, it's a very bloody, um, practical, not dismembered. What would be the word for it? Blunt trauma, eviscerated head,
Yeah,
like it's totally torn apart. It's smashed in head.
yeah. Well, at this point, well, they have a corpse to get rid of, and Bear just goes with it, hiding the body. I was like, bro,
Well,
really?
because Nikki gets in the car and she says, like, Bear, understand that this was your fault. I only did this because you made me. Now help me hide the body, otherwise we're both going to go to jail. And I think he should say, yeah, sure, while calling 911 on
Yeah.
his phone and saying, yeah, my girlfriend has gone insane, and just bash the face in of one of our other friends.
Mm-hmm.
The
Uh,
corpse looks so fake. I don't know. I thought it looked pretty good.
maybe
I
the
mean,
one they
clearly.
carry around later.
Oh, okay. So
Probably.
yeah, the corpse, not the head. I thought the smashed in head was quite good. I mean, good in that it was, it's not good, but good practical effects. That's what,
Yeah.
convincing. Convincing is probably a better word.
uh, well, they put the body in, I don't know, like a trolley or something. I don't remember entirely. They put it into something to get
Barrel.
rid of it, in quotes, get rid of it. Uh, it's like, she's ready, baby. I think something's like, "Yeah, I'll do the rest." And he goes back in the car and he opens the letter from the school and it says, "Congratulations, you've been selected." And he's like, now he has like a bit of a freak out and starts yelling. And it's like, oh, call the police, please, like now, do
Go kill
anything.
yourself. You know?
But no, instead he goes to the fucking hippie store again and has a fucking crash out. How none of this is working. Also, these guys are pretty chill. He's covered in blood, and they don't call the police. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Come on, we're being a bit too loose with this whole shit right now. I feel like because the guy is just—it's too early. Like I don't like you with your energy here right now.
Yeah, you're ruining our vibes, man.
Yeah, and then he
And they move the One Wish Willows, and that really freaks them out.
yeah, it's
And
like, oh, I'm
yeah,
just fucking with you, but we moved them over here. It's like, okay, right.
well, and I mean, I
Yeah,
guess that's like probably not the first time you see the blood covered customer, and that actually might be true because of the first scene in the store where the lady said, "Well, just don't come back and complain."
right.
And so it might be that they have a situation where someone's like, "The One Wish Willow ruined my life."
Okay, yeah, I mean, that could be, yeah. Well, he buys another one. Actually, does he buy two? I think, yeah, he buys multiple, I think, because he has
Yeah, I
another
think
one for Ian.
he buys 2 at least.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he tries to just reverse his wish by himself, but he is just straight up unable to break another wishbone. Only works once for a person. So that's not possible.
Yeah, it being One Wish Willow, it's right there in the name. You get one wish. You can't use the second one.
Uh, so he goes
And
to Ian in his blood covered things, clothes, and he's trying to explain what was going on. It's like, dude, what the fuck is happening? What did you tell me? Like, what are you gonna tell me right now? He's like, okay, I was confused, but this is real. Like, if you break this and make a wish, it just happens. And it's like that's all he can really explain to him. And I am really a fan of Ian being like, yeah, sure, whatever, I won $1 billion, and he just snaps the
yeah,
thing and it starts raining money. I just like that he fucking doesn't believe a second. It's like, yeah, sure, I'll won $1 billion, fuck off. And then it's yeah, rains money.
yeah.
And I remember Bear's face being like, yeah, great, I guess that plan is out of the window.
And I mean, over giving it to Ian and having to convince him of that, he probably could have done better by just getting like $50, finding a homeless person and be like, "Hey, I will give you this $50 if you can say I wish Bear never made his wish and snap this branch."
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you got to do, and I'll give you this $20. Like, might have had more luck than asking Ian to do it.
Uh,
But yeah, like I mean, this part's kind of played for laughs, but also it is like that. Oh, okay, so it does. It kind of makes sense that Ian would be like, "You're like you've actually gone insane," and like, "Here, I'll show you how stupid this is."
mm-hmm.
And yeah, turns out to not be. He actually gets the $1 billion.
Yeah. Uh, back at home, fucking Nikki is. We can see her in the background. I think just creeping in the corner again. That she just kind of moves like, I don't know, like almost like a doll on like strings across the window or something. I remember that. It looked kind of creepy. It was fun. And it's like, hey, Nikki, you'll do anything for me, right? I need you to snap this and do a wish. And then we see that she put Sarah's corpse on a chair, naked, bloodied up, in
Yep,
his house. And he's like, oh no, this is not going so well, is it?
and she acquired a gun.
Yeah. She's also smoking quite heavily. Uh, and more distorted yelling, why don't you love me, and, like the face not properly in screen, and she knocks her head in with something else again. I think her face is like completely pale at this point. Like something is going very very badly with even the wish version of her.
Mhm.
uh And it's like, well, I'm going to rip my eyes out of my fucking skull and shove the barrel of my pussy back in your ass, is what she says. I was like, holy fucking shit. That's, it's not going
Yeah,
great.
She's moving more towards the I love you so much that I want to be inside of your body, and like not in any kind of sexy way, like in a I'm going to tear your skin off and live in it sort of way.
Yeah. Uh,
It's like, huh, yeah, Bear, this is getting a little out of hand, man. You might want to make a proactive move at some point in this film.
yeah, and then he's kind of like, "Yeah, no, I love you, baby. We'll make this work. It's just just do. We're gonna make this work. It's gonna be fine." And it's kind of just I don't know. He's basically just says, "Yeah, you're beautiful. I love you. You're the best." Just to try to calm the fucking demon down.
Mhm.
And then she says, "What was that?" Like, "Oh, you shook your head." It's like, "What? No, no, it's don't worry about it." Anyway, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I love you. And he's looking at the stone she gave him that gives him willpower or something.
Yeah.
And he does have the gun right now, and he puts it's like a little stretched out scene, I guess you could say. Like not in a bad way. It's just like he's just trying to figure out, okay, where do I need to shoot myself? Like through this, where the spine goes through the neck or just up into the head. And he's like, oh fuck, I can't do it, can't do it. And he remembers his medication, and he just chucks a whole lot of those.
Yep.
Um,
He does the less committal way to kill yourself.
yes,
He's swallowing a bunch of pills when he has a gun right there. And then still.
yeah.
This is where, like,
He
I wanted to jump into the screen and kill him myself when I saw him do this.
Yeah, he
Then
because
he
he
tries
starts putting his fingers into his fucking mouth, and it's like, oh, you fucking coward, dude.
starts
But
purging the pills,
before,
but
well,
before.
well, he wants to, but never gets to it because in the background you hear the music that plays when you open up the One Wish Willow, and then a snap.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, it seems like his personality entirely changes
Yep,
because he left the One Wish Willow in the room with Demon Nikki, so she wished that Bear loved her as much as she loved him.
yep. And they start embracing each other, and it's like she's like bloodied up. She hit herself again with a brick or something, and they're like both creepily smile at each other and kiss and whatever. Uh,
And then the opiate overdose starts hitting
yep,
Bear, and he eventually stops being able to breathe and has a seizure
yep.
and dies.
Oh yeah. Also, completely forgot to mention. Somewhere before this,
Oh yeah, Ian. Yeah.
Ian comes in. And is like, dude, I'm a billionaire, and he gets shot by Nikki immediately. I
Yeah.
was like, oh
He just
fuck.
immediately shoots him in the head the second he walks in the room. So I guess like we kind of touched on that at the beginning of the show. Like where does his monkey's paw wish go wrong? It's like, well, the
Could have been that.
$1 billion sent him over to the place where he ended up being shot. So it
Yeah.
might have backfired in other ways, but it backfired immediately in a way that just instantly killed him.
Uh, so yeah, but we go for the double fucked ending because at first it was like, oh shit, we're doing like an ending where they're just two demons now. But yeah, he dies because of the overdose. So now Sarah is dead, Ian is dead, now Bear is dead, and all of a sudden
Nikki
she starts
snaps back into
crying,
control.
and
Like,
real Nikki gets back control over her body. I was like, oh fuck that. That is
and
such a
she's in a room with a gun and her 3 dead friends, and like, man, it's one of those things. Like that's the thing. Like Hikiro just got it. It's like even though Nikki's safe at the end, like she's the one who survives, and like real Nikki's back in control of her body.
mm,
She's also probably on the hook for like a triple murder, if not a double murder and a suicide, like that she was right there in the room for. But man, yeah, it ends pretty dark.
yeah, yeah.
Although I gotta say, I was happy that Bear was finally killed. Which, which again, I think if I have any criticism for like the horror and tension felt during a horror movie in this, it's because I hated Bear so much. I found myself not really wanting him to live through this. At the same time, again, like I think my second viewing I think was a bit better because I wasn't as blown away by how not what's the opposite of proactive? How passive he was
Yeah.
and cowardly the entire film. Like I knew it was coming, so it didn't bother me as much. But first time I watched it, I was like, "Oh my god, I hate this guy! I hate him so much."
Oh yeah, it's just so fucking passive. It's like so many things where it's like, dude, like you gotta fucking call someone. You can't go on with this, especially when he starts figuring out what's going on and he's still just kind of going with it. It's like, oh, you prick. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, even just like the before things start getting really scary, like something like her saying, "Do you like me, Bear? Because if you like me, now's the time to tell me," and him not being able to just say yes. Instead, he says, "I think we're great friends." When we know that's not what he feels, so it's like, buddy, I mean, come on, like,
yeah,
how cowardly can a human be? And this, like, Bear is,
and it's all the way
he's,
through. He kills himself, even though she
yeah,
begged for him to kill her. He's like, no, I can't do that. I'll do this. And now all her friends are dead, and she's back in control, and probably goes to jail forever because, well, she's in a house with three corpses. One of them completely obliterated. It's just yeah,
well, and he even tried to bail on killing himself, knowing that that's the only thing he can do to like atone for the stuff he's done. And now, I mean, honestly, at this point, he can't because nothing's bringing Sarah back. But he finally makes the decision to say, "Okay, I've got to save the real Nikki here," and then still is like, "Oh no, but I don't want to die, so I'm going to puke up these pills." And
yeah,
then Demon Nikki ends up being the one who saves real Nikki
yeah. In a
and
weird
kills.
way, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a happy ending at all. Do the double fucked ending, and yeah,
Oh,
she's got the worst out of it. She was aware of a lot of things that were happening the whole time. So yeah, not great for her.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's happy only in that Nikki is no longer in hell at the very least, and like she got her body back.
Yeah, but that's probably not gonna do anything great. Depend.
Yeah, she's in
Cons-
for a rough 25 years or so,
yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
jail for like at least a double murder.
So yeah, that's that. I mean, yeah, it's not a fucking master work of anything crazy, incredibly mega good or something. But I think it's incredibly effective in the horror elements that I really enjoyed. I mean, I mean what I say, what I put in the titles. Like this made me really uncomfortable as a watch. I think
Yeah,
the visuals are very effective. I think the acting is pretty good. Um, the actress for Nikki does a really great job. Um, but yeah, no, it's just really nice. And considering in what state most horror is these days, this feels like a step, multiple steps beyond what we get normally.
yeah,
Because I
and I think
actually
a lot
felt
of it comes
something.
down a lot of it too comes down to just it's not overly complicated.
Yeah.
There's not pages and pages of lore that you need to figure out for it, which I mean, like we can get into back rooms at some point if we get it, but that's maybe one of the things that makes that movie a little less accessible than this one.
Mm,
Whereas it's just, hey, monkey's paw story. What if you wish that your crush loved you more than anything in the world, and how could it go wrong? Simple, might not seem very original, but you can take a concept like that and do it in an original way and have original elements to how you present it and how you have the story unfold. And then you can have something that actually does feel kind of fresh and that people do respond to because as we were saying at the beginning, this money's made like more money than Mandalorian and Grogu,
yeah.
which is like ultra big budget Disney Star Wars movie. Granted, Star Wars isn't in a great state, so it might not be the best point of comparison, but they were in the theater at the same time, which is why it's like they were competing against each other, and this movie made more money, which is kind of wild. And I think it ultimately comes down to just like people don't need something, they don't need like a big shared cinematic universe. They don't need a super high budget. Just write an interesting story with some original elements and a simple concept.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you
It
got to
also
do,
it
really.
also gets the landing right in the spooky scenes. where she's just in the corner watching and has like a little distorted voice going on, and just her facials in general are just really good. As I yeah,
Mhm.
someone just pointed out, like simple done well is just worthwhile, and
Yep.
yeah, Hollywood doesn't seem to agree with that. It's like, no, we need to do this, and also we need to explain everything at the end, because they could have done a whole thing where they show like a demon man in the end. It's like and on the phone, it's like, oh, I guess we will release Nikki now from her hell prison or some bullshit.
We'll find a way to get Nikki's soul eventually.
Yeah,
She's the chosen
she's the
one.
chosen one.
And we'll bring upon the one wish willow apocalypse. It's like, no, none of that. And but I mean, at the same time, like I think his next movie, it was something about ghosts, or I forget what the title is. But apparently, the One Wish Willow will be in that movie also. I don't know if that means it's that they're just gonna end up in the same like hippie shop, and you'll see the One Wish Willows in the background, or if it's actually gonna factor into the plot. But I mean, again, like you could do almost like a Twilight Zone type show with just One Wish Willow wishes that go bad, and the only thing you need to not do is have more than one episode where it's I wish my crush loved me more than anything in the world. You need to just come up with different stuff. And it's a concept that, wish is backfiring. It's an
Yeah.
easy thing to write a horror movie about.
Yeah, those established things like the monkey's paw. Where it's like, hey, be careful what you wish for and how you phrase it, because then something like this might happen.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, it's just works well, and they did a good job.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and I think it's very much worth watching. I think it's coming to digital in like a week. Like I think it's the 25th or something like that, I heard. It was actually
Right.
delayed. It was supposed to come out at the beginning of the month, but it was doing so well in theaters that they decided to keep it in theaters, which, I guess I would have been wrong because I was like, I don't know that many more people are going to rush out to see it in theaters, but
Mm-hmm.
because of how many people were talking about the movie, I think it going to digital might have resulted in a much larger audience.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I mean, hey, it's a week out from what the delayed digital release was, and we're talking about it now, so And no movie is really a movie until it's the subject of a Forge episode. Let's face it.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, that's that. Go check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. It's an easy watch. Uh, well, easy but uncomfortable watch in some places. But yeah, very much recommended.
Easy in that everything you need to know to enjoy the movie is found within the movie. So
Yeah.
it's not there's nothing you don't have to like do any research beforehand or try to think of how the production resulted in all sorts of weird things happening to it. And like I guess I mean that's like somewhat referencing Shelby Oaks, that apparently was like originally supposed to be found footage, but then a bunch of money got in it, so they decided to make it a mix of found footage. It's like no, there's no bullshit like that that you need in order to explain why people enjoy this movie. You can just watch this movie, and it's either going to make you far too uncomfortable and upset because this isn't really your type of genre, or you're going to be the kind of person who likes horror movies and is just like, yeah, this is a pretty good horror movie. Didn't blow me
Mm.
away. Didn't make it so that it's like this is the best horror movie ever made, but simple concept done in a way that was effective with I think largely a driven by a very very strong performance from an actress that prior to this was essentially a no name. Like she was in a CW show like Superman and Lois that I didn't see, but I saw that that's what she was in, and then she was in that 13 Reasons Why show on Netflix.
Hmm.
And I did see the first season of that, and I don't remember her from it, so I'm not sure if she was in one of the later seasons. Not a very good show, to be honest, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just this girl didn't really have a lot of reasons why people would know her, and just did a really good job in this performance. And now, she's the driving force behind apparently one of the most profitable horror movies ever, which
Hmm.
is kind of wild. A
Crazy.
lot of that by budget being low, but yeah, I think it beat Paranormal Activity overall at this point. I heard something about that, although I don't know how that's adjusted for inflation.
Right. Uh. Yeah. There you go. Well, should we read some super chats here? We got a couple that came in here. $2 from Skyver, thank you very much. Just saying, what's the verdict on Cat? Pretty bad, apparently. Pretty bad. Then we got $5 from Gilliam Fan. Thank you very much.
I
Uh,
do.
I know that you like me, Mootil. Ooh, oh no. I'm gonna lock my door. 1 second. I'm gonna sleep with the lights on tonight. 60 months Flim Flammery from Skyver. Thank you very much. Rewatching Obsession this Wednesday. Stay! Yeah.
Yes, stay. And thank you. Thank you for the
Yeah.
support.
280 from Mike Hillier saying, none of the 4 characters are friends. It doesn't really feel they're great friends, no, especially
Yeah.
when you hear all the
Does
backstory.
two of them have a crush on each other, and two of them are sleeping together with no emotion, but
Yeah.
there's almost no honesty in any direction.
Then we got $5 and then $2 from living in Stug's wall temporarily. Little wall with living. The entire movie does an excellent job of showing the wages of cowardice on the person and everyone around them. Bookended by Bear's hesitation. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Commit to actions, everybody. It's,
Yeah,
you'll be happy about the fact that you actually made choices and decisions. Don't be
yeah.
Bear.
Then $5 from Slumpy. Serious questions. Are there actually any good found footage movies? I personally haven't seen a single one I thought was good. Maybe that's just me.
I mean, I think
Uh,
like it just kind of depends on like what you're up for in a found footage movie. I mean, I thought Chronicle was pretty good. It's like the superhero kind of Akira one
oh yeah,
with
that is a found footage one. I think I did. Is that the one I did a forge with Jay like 700 years ago?
I don't know. I found it enjoyable, even if the main protagonist I thought
Yeah, yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
nearly as thing as the villain. But the villain's I think a pretty good
yeah.
performance. Neat movie.
I keep
Michael B.
forgetting that's
Jordan.
a found footage movie, but yeah, I enjoyed that one as well. Yeah, that's probably the one I
Hell
would
House
have.
LLC, I think is all right if you're looking for a horror movie. We did cover As Above, So Below, which has its flaminess, but I thought it was a pretty enjoyable movie despite the weirdness that it has and weakness in some aspects of its writing. There is a lot of found footage horror
Yeah,
out there, though.
that's
Will
true.
be Lake Mungo. That's kind of more like a documentary though than a found footage. So it's like a documentary about like a Australian family that gets haunted by their like daughter who died, but it's not presented like when we found this tape. It's more presented like, oh, this is a documentary made about this haunting. What was another one that was all right? Seen it. I mean, there's a lot of found footage horror movie out there. Blair Witch. Never been a fan. I
Hmm.
didn't really like it when it first came out. I saw it in theaters. I found that movie quite boring and thought that the last like 10 minutes of it were sort of the only thing that's even a little bit scary. I've definitely 100% seen horror found footage horror movies that I enjoyed more than Blair Witch Project, but yeah, I don't know. Blair Witch Project is probably the most famous one. Funny
Yeah,
enough, Paranormal Activity, I've never actually seen a Paranormal Activity movie.
haven't seen that either, but I heard,
That's a
I
rabbit
heard,
hole
I
I
heard
could
it's
go down.
pretty creepy apparently. So quite intrigued.
Cloverfield, yeah. I think Cloverfield was all right. It was like a kaiju movie.
Hmm.
I guess
Hmm?
like Cloverfield got kind of watered down by the fact that every Cloverfield movie that came after that was just so different and in a lot of ways very bad. So, although 10th Cloverfield Lane I thought was all right, even though it had nothing at all to do with the first movie.
I haven't seen any of
But
those, so I have no
you didn't see
idea.
the original Cloverfield?
Nah.
Oh, it's all right. It's it's a kaiju movie, but it's like, hey, we have this camera and we're at this party doing like a little video of this going away party, and oh, look at that, Godzilla's attacked.
Damn it.
There, honestly, most of the silliness in Cloverfield is, I can't believe this guy is still hanging onto the fucking camera. At this point. Yeah, because in fact, honestly, that's probably the problem with a lot of found footage movies. The way that it is utilized in a way that I can at least appreciate is if the light on the camera is their only source of light,
Right.
then it makes sense that they still have the camera out because it's like, well, you can't see in this dark place that you're in without the light. So, yeah, you might as well keep it recording. Why not?
well, I guess now you have a bit of a selection you can check out if you like.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we got 25 months of bearded flaminess. Thank you very much from Side. You all seen Edge Runners episode 11, where they decided to do it in a gacha game collab, but I'm glad there's closure for Lucy. It's confirmed partially canon. Oh wait,
All right.
they did like a proper thing. I thought they just had the characters in that game.
I think is the guy who directed Edge Runners said that there is like that the interaction there is canon, but I don't know yet. However, I did get to the part in Wuthering Waves that starts the Lucy questline.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you guys want me to stream it, I guess I could, because I don't know how it ends up going. But I mean, like I did the work to get to where you can actually like do the Edge Runners quest. And yeah, Marc already got to 3.0. I think it took me 6 hours. I did find out though that there is like ways that you can jump ahead to like the chapter that it's in. I didn't find that out for a little while though.
No.
I have earned Rebecca. You get apparently a 5-star Rebecca for free if you make it to the content, but I've not yet acquired Lucy, so we'll see about that. And yeah, well, I guess I could maybe play the Edge Runner stuff for you. Although I'm also not certain. Like if I play it, can I play it again? Or like if I play it off stream, is that just it? Like, do I have to like start
no
a new
idea.
character? Yeah, so that's the thing with gacha games. It's like, man, like can I just pay them to give me like just the Edge Runner stuff? It's like I'll give you 20 bucks to just have a version of the Edge Runners thing that I can just play whenever I want.
Apparently, story is one time. Apparently.
Okay, well, I guess yeah, I'll decide whether or not I'm just gonna play that on my own or stream it. I might have some thinking to do.
Do it.
Possibly.
But yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I have no idea about that one, so that's all you, Marc. If you have information later on, let the people
I played
know.
the gacha. I did the work.
But yeah, thank you for the super chats, Mauritius. Appreciate it as always. Thank you very much. And
Yeah.
I guess next week is either going to be Backrooms or The Furious, depending on what the screenings look like for me or us, I guess. So,
All right. Let me know when you can, because if I do need to go see The Furious, I gotta figure out which day I'm gonna do that.
oh yeah, I'll let you know for sure. Right now, there's only one screening, and it's not in original voices or not even in English or whatever. So I'm just waiting for the other screenings to appear so I can even see if there's a point for me to go or if that's like the only one. I don't know. We'll see. But if that's not a thing, we're probably just going to do Backrooms next time and have a talk about that. But yeah, Furious looks really cool. I really like the trailers. The small fight sequences we got looked pretty fucking clean. I'm a fan of those. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll do that one for sure. I guess the question is only if it's going to be next or week or the week after or something. We shall figure it out. You got anything planned specifically, or are you just going to randomly stream at some point?
I mean, that's the thing. It's just figuring out whether I want to start streaming more often or not.
Mm-hmm.
Things went relatively okay, but I did still have some technical issues, so I don't know. I'm not sure if I've got the bug yet, but although at the same time, I guess people do want to see the Edge Runner stuff. I'm just like, yeah, follow my channel and set notifications on, and if you see Wuthering Waves Cyberpunk content, then yeah, that'll be me playing that.
Good. Yeah. Well, for me, I'll be streaming probably on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna go check out World of Assassination. And in the meantime, I'll play more Bond offline and take notes and record footage and try to not fall asleep while going through this incredibly boring game. But, need to do your dues. And then I'll go on to make that video, and it's going to probably be long, I think. But, yeah.
We got another super chat.
Yeah, I recommend Azura's Wrath. It's over the top fun. I played that back in the day when it came out. I enjoyed it. It's so stupid.
It is the wackiest of tap this button at this time games ever.
I enjoyed that. That one had like the proper ending in the DLC. That was odd. So it's pretty much impossible to get like a physical copy of it with everything, because you can't download the DLC anymore. I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
I'll see if I can work it out on the PS3 emulator.
Yes. But yeah, that's what's going on. Things coming your way, working away, and yeah, thanks for hanging out. and we shall see you all very soon. Goodbye.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye. Jojo's not in the room, so I'll just do it.
Rawr.